It's ridiculous, right?
Oh my God.
Please be advised that no humans were harmed in the making of this episode, though some may have been slightly traumatized by the sight of multiple mustaches, specifically Christopher's wife. Treksploration does not advocate the growing of pervy facial hair and cannot be held responsible for what you do in the privacy of your own home.
Treksploration.
Hello and welcome back to Treksploration. I'm Albie.
And I'm Chris, but there's even more Chris now.
We have parasites.
It's the only reasonable explanation.
That's the only thing it could be. We are, is it called mustachioed?
Mustachioed. I like to say mustachioed, but I think it's mustachioed.
Mustachioed.
Mustachioed. It sounds operatic when you say mustachioed.
Mustachioed. Okay, this is horrible. Chris laughed for a good 3 minutes as soon as he turned on his.
Yeah, you should have turned
feed.
on your camera. Yeah, I'm sorry. We that was comedy gold, Jerry. But, you know what?
Thank you for doing this ridiculous 1,000 subscriber challenge thing we did.
Right? Isn't it the funniest thing ever? Whoever thought that we'd get 1,000 subscribers on Treksploration, but here we are.
Yeah,
so
we're
this
an
is
overnight
it.
success 2 years later.
3 years later, it's been a while, but we promised this. It's been a long time coming, and we keep our promises, boy. So
yeah, our anniversary comes up the beginning of April, I believe.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
It's
so
apropos.
5-6 years, who knows how long it's been. But yeah, if you're seeing this on the YouTubes, we hit 1,000 at least at some point. It's been going back and forth and, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We've been watching it, like what Data said, watched pot never boils. So
yes, Data said that. That's entirely Data.
It's true, though. When you're trying to boil something and you watch it doesn't boil, look away, it starts boiling.
There you go. Look away, like you should look away from these that we have on our faces, that we have on our fotches. So
I feel like I need to sell a 78 Dodge Diplomat to somebody for way too much money.
I would buy that Dodge Diplomat. Can I say the reason I laugh so hard? It's the combination of everything.
Okay.
I mean, I've known you for years now. I don't know, and even in like person.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen you with your hair combed like I comb my hair. So that is very 1960s right there. That's very retro. I love that.
I figured it went with
It's like you went from DS9 to TOS and then gave yourself a completely different hairstyle, much like O'Brien and Julian did. Mm-hmm. So I like that. And I don't know, something about that mustache with that haircut, you're pulling it off, man. It works for you.
Oh, what I was going for was like church counselor / predator. And I think I'm pulling it off. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that you found your look.
No, I think I wouldn't be allowed within 200 feet of a school at the moment.
Can I say, I don't know if this is going to make you melancholy or make you happy, but I've seen pictures of your dad. You look very much like your pop, man.
Oh my goodness. If I got rid of this, probably more exactly. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
wait, what are we talking about? Operation Annihilate!
Annihilate, that's right, we forgot, yes.
Season 1, episode 29 of the original series. That's why I'm in my original series garb. It's funny because I comb my hair, but like I want to mess it up because it looks wrong being combed. Anyway.
I don't know, I like it.
You look amazing.
I don't know. It's hilarious. So, Albie, why are we doing Operation Annihilate for our 1,000th episode?
We are doing Operation Annihilate. Just got to check off on the
check off.
We're doing Operation Annihilate because Captain Kirk's brother, Sam, sad face, dies in this episode. And the actor they got to play Sam was who, Chris?
It was Dan Genote. No, I'm sorry. That was the guy from Stranger. It was William S. Shatner.
William S. Shatner. William Samanthan Shatner.
And the thing is, how did we differentiate William Shatner Sam from William Shatner Kirk?
Sam Kirk has the mustache.
Womp. So
I think he just has this one.
Yeah, it's just.
I almost went with that one, and I still might. We'll see.
Now
Serenity wants me to keep it until she sees me again tomorrow.
Wow, with the handlebars and all, or just the mustache?
No, I just think a mustache. So I think I'll do the walrus, Wilford Brimley, Richard Reilly kind of thing.
Do it for Rennie. What I love about this is like when I was growing the full beard, it was coming in white. The mustache was the darkest part and the kind of up here. So I'm rocking the 70s sideburns.
I couldn't do that. I tried, but they kept getting uneven, so I had to go straight.
And the thing is, though, now when I have this, like, I did like the whole biker thing, like I'm going to Sturgis, but the very ends, if you see, they are the snowy white part, which is it's such a beautiful little cap. And if you see this, I have a soul patch that would be much more effectual if it weren't gray. I had a whole idea in mind. I was going to do like a very special sort of like sculpting, like a so. You've all seen my little mission patch I always wear right here on my thing. Yes. Look at where it fits perfectly. I literally had this against my face like this, and I was trying to shave like along the edges, and it just didn't work. I mean, I tried, and I could sort of see it, and I was just like, nah, it's not going to work, and especially not going to show up on camera. Even with this, I should go get my wife's like mascara.
Well, I was thinking of doing a just for men thing, just so it would show up better on camera, but it is what it is.
You want to know what's hilarious? I mean, we've been talking
everything about this.
Yeah, everything about this. But for those who maybe haven't seen or heard me say this before, we've been growing these beards like before we shaved for this for a few episodes now, even though it might be out of continuity.
Yes.
And the entire time, my wife, she cannot stand me with facial hair. She loathed it. And I finally said, is it coming off? Is it coming off? I said, yeah, we're at 1,000. I'm going to do it tonight. Oh, thank God. Go up and shave. I come down with this. And she's like, I like the beard better. Somehow this is even worse.
Did she call 911, turn the alarm on and start running?
She should have. And I said, you know what? She's like, oh, that's horrible. And I said, no. You call me Herbie Hancock because I'm rocking it. Baby. I think this looks pretty good. You know, I've never had a mustache before, or like a mustache like this, especially. So, is
this called the porn stash? What is this called?
I always call it like a biker mustache. I don't know. It's not really handlebar
like
because you think like a handlebar mustache goes like this.
Yeah, up. This is kind of like the Hogan.
Yeah, tell us down below. Like, what is it when it droops down over your face like this?
I know nothing about mustaches. I just watched a 9-minute video documentary on the origin of mustaches and why they stopped happening. So,
what was the verdict? Why? Give us the Cliff's notes. Why did they stop happening?
Mustard gas used in the war, because before that, men were required to have mustaches in the military, and then when they had mustaches or beards in the military, and they had gas masks on to prevent the mustard gas, they wouldn't seal right. So then they were all told to shave and keep clean shaven.
Oh, so I guess maybe that's why you got the crew cut, and also maybe the homogenization, dehumanization.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, getting rid of your personality. Forever. And the other things was then it became like a gay icon thing in the 80s.
I think I look pretty look, I'm rocking the gay icon thing.
I think we could go both be a hit in the Blue Oyster right now.
If you look at me and you say wow, gay icon, I'm going to say compliment accepted. Thank you.
Yeah. Exactly. Not quite the Freddie Mercury going on. That would be more like that. I don't know. But,
you know, my the night is young. It remains to be seen.
Yeah, we'll see. How many subscribers can we get during this video? We'll see. So my greatest fear is that they use a screen cap from this for my my obituary or my memorial service. And everybody be like, I told you he was gay. Yeah, look at him. He's totally very gay. Not
that
very
there's anything wrong with that.
No. But that's not the look I'm going for. I'm trying to get the ladies right now, you know. Speaking of, did you get my link to Star Trek The Next Conversation?
I did. I was listening to it earlier on the way home from work, but they take so long just to do the intro that I was already home and I couldn't hear any more of it. So, why
well,
did they mention us or?
Well, yeah, they've been mentioning us and me for the last few shows because the topic keeps coming up, and the last episode they were talking about they weren't sure if I was single or not because there was an Albie in 2018 that was looking for a girlfriend in the ranks of the fans of Star Trek: The Next Conversation.
Was it you?
Yeah, it was me. So that was a long discussion. So then I wrote a long feedback about how I got to where I am today. And so they read that. So I think I might have gotten a Captain Christopher Pike Medal of Valor.
Oh, good for you, man.
Sure. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I haven't heard it yet. It's still on my. Look, I'm going to be 100%. I really was listening to it on the way home. I'm going to show you.
You're probably almost there. I'm the second feedback out of all of them.
I mean, it's like right there. But I just started.
You're almost there.
I'm 5 minutes and 4 seconds in, and that means they're still not done with their intro.
Yeah, I think it's about 8 minutes in where they read my feedback. So cool.
So, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah. So they've been talking nice about us.
That's cool.
Appreciate
we'll
that.
We'll talk nice about them.
So this is my worst look I think yet, and I need to stop looking at me in the video screen in front of me and start focus on this episode. So we are doing Operation Annihilate.
That's
because
the original
of Sam
series.
Kirk.
Yes.
So it's
wait. You got to wait. We back up. You just showed an Operation Annihilate with Chekhov on it.
Beep. Yeah, it's weird because it's 2 episodes on each DVD.
Oh, so it's Operation? But Chekhov didn't come until season 2.
Well, I guess this is Cat's Paw. They released them.
Oh, they're mixed. They're mixed and matched.
Stardate order, I think. So it's Operation Annihilate and Cat's Paw.
I see.
I have no idea why they would release them in that, but there is a small picture of Kirk on the top, I think. But they need a picture of Sam Kirk, obviously, on the back.
Dan Genote.
So I watched this episode 3 times. Let's talk about it. Operation Annihilate, Star Trek: The Original Series, Season 1, Episode 29, Stardate 3287.2 to 3289.8, year 2267.
2267.
Original air date, April 13th, 1967. 59th anniversary. That's today, 59 years ago.
Well, almost. We're hitting April now. Hitting April 2026. So.
All right.
We're getting close.
Written by Stephen W. Karabatos, and directed by Herschel Daughtry. Production code?
I think
30th of 80
from TOS.
Yep. Yeah. So I've seen it 29 and I've seen it 30, depending on if you count the cage or not, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I've seen it 29 or 30 as well. I put 29. They put it as episode 30 on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
And I'm like, how many freaking episodes did they have in the first season? It's like crazy.
30. Yeah. That was crazy. That would be 3 seasons now. So, and just watch the thing. I think Steve Shives did a video, our friend Steve, on is the first season of every Star Trek really that bad? And TOS proves that it's not, because I think it's one of their best seasons.
I think a lot of people think that. And
it's just the TNG thing, I think, right?
I think it can be argued that. Well, no, I think that DS9 had a fairly uneven first season, kind of mediocre. And I don't think that the TNG first season is as bad as people make it out to be. I feel like the TNG first season is going to age much like Star Trek: The Motion Picture, where it is just now in the last 5 or 10 years being appreciated for the very good movie that I think it is.
Right.
So you can at me on that one. I'll defend that all day long. I'll defend that in Spock's brain all day long. I don't care.
I think that is like the litmus test of where you are in life is how you feel about Star Trek: The Motion Picture, because it starts off being the most boring, arduous thing to watch ever in Star Trek. And then by the time you get to be about our age, you would just appreciate it for every single thing that it is. And I had a full gradient getting there.
Can I say that I liked it right away?
Really?
Yeah, and I've only grown to appreciate it.
You were always mature for your age.
But I didn't mind it. Let's put it that way. I understood it was slow, but they were at that point, again, when I was introduced to it,
yes,
I was older. Like, I didn't see it in the theater. And then by the time home video came out, I was in my teens at least, And so I was watching it when I was in like high school. And at that point, I was becoming a real Trekkie. So to me, it was nice to see the juxtaposition of the motion picture against the original series, which I had ingrained in my brain.
Right.
Just appreciating it for how different it was. And appreciating it. Have we ever did we do the review of the motion picture?
Not yet. Not yet. We only did Generations, I think.
So this is a sneak peek of what I'm going to say, but appreciating most where the characters are in the film emotionally. And I always found that a very fascinating journey for all of them. So, we can talk about it all, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Operation Annihilate.
Operation Annihilate. I saw this episode so young that I didn't know big words yet. So I thought it was Operation Annihilate.
Annihilate.
Because I had no idea what it meant. I figured it was an alien thing, like an alien disease or whatever the creatures were called. Who knows? But I have a lot of stories about that.
I got the Annihilate.
I got the Annihilate.
I got the sugar diabetes in the Annihilate.
Yep. They're going to take my foot, so I can't let them find me. All right, Chris, before we talk about Operation
Annihilate.
Yes. Could you read one of your infamous episode recaps?
I wonder if it's going to be different now that I'm mustachioed.
It might be more
the soul patch
softened.
The soul patch is going to lend it more
fact
gravitas.
About the mustache. Ancient soldiers used to think that the mustache filtered out the bad air, so you wouldn't get sick.
You know what I learned when I went to Eastern Europe?
What?
Vienna especially. The Habsburgs, they had that whole dynasty. Very inbred. It was a show. Mm-hmm. But it was a literal show because they would bathe like once or twice a year.
Oh,
because they felt like exposing your body to the air and to water would actually let the germs in if you would open your pores. So they were just filthy all the time, and they just kept on coating themselves with powder. Could you imagine the god-awful stench of all of Vienna throughout that time? Like Mozart must have stunk like a dead fish. He must have stunk on ice, baby. Anyway, Operation Annihilate. We open on the bridge, and our heroes are doing what all the best Starfleet heroes should always be doing, poring over star charts. But these aren't any old star charts. These particular 3 systems displayed at Spock Station mark a stellar progression of unexplained mass insanity and extinction events. And the next stop seems to be the Federation colony on Deneva, which is where the Enterprise is headed. Scotty talks about travel to Deneva in his younger days when it was essentially a frontier town serving miners on a nearby asteroid belt. It's now inhabited by more than 1 million Federation colonists who haven't contacted the Federation in a year. Kirk seems especially desperate to raise them and gets all pissy with Uhura when she can't establish that contact. That's when McCoy says, "Say, Jim, doesn't your brother Sam and his family live there?" And this is where the retcons of Strange New Worlds feel the most awkward, because the Kirk Uhura scene should have gone something like, "Lieutenant, here's a private frequency to make contact," to which Uhura would have replied, oh my goodness, Sam, because she's buds with him, to which Kirk would have said, "Nyota, please." And that's how that scene should have played out in the context of Strange New World. But no, he's just like, he's like, raise them. And she's like, "I can't." And he's like, "Well, do your job better." And she's like, "They're not answering, asshole." Anyway. Right. But we interrupt my retconning fanfic as the Big E sees a Denovan shuttle heading straight into the sun. When they hail the craft, the pilot declares, "I'm finally free," and swan dives into the Corona. When they finally get to Deneva and beam down, the landing party is met by a reluctant mob, brandishing weapons and telling them to scram. "We don't want to hurt you. Set phasers to sun and let's go find my brother," Kirk orders, and they stun all the colonists, although it takes them a long time. Sam's office is conveniently across the street, and they quickly find his wife, Aurelian, who is hysterical. And his nephew, Peter, lies unconscious nearby. And as for Sam, He's that mustachioed Shatner lying dead on the floor. Aurelian tells Jim that things arrived on the planet about 8 months ago. Parasitic creatures from a hive mind that have taken over the colonists' bodies and are forcing them to build ships to spread even further into Federation territory. The landing party goes out to investigate the parasites and discovers fake vomit thingies clinging to the walls. Maximum phaser fire has no effect. Kirk says, let's amscray, but as they retreat, one of the parasites sneak attacks Spock, clinging to his back. Ugh! Our favorite Vulcan is down for the count. Jin rips the parasite off of his back and they beam back to the ship with a handy parasite specimen. Spock is in a bad way. The parasites have infected him with an invasive tissue that is entwining itself around his nervous system and trying to force him to do bad stuff against his will. Spock is like, dudes, it's really, really bad. Like, you couldn't take it, but I can take it because I'm Vulcan, mind over matter, that whole thing. I'll endure for as long as I'm able. Unfortunately, Aurelian isn't so lucky. She dies in agony. Poor Peter is an orphan. But Kirk doesn't spare his nephew a thought. He's more concerned with stopping the spread of the parasites, and to do so, he's going to murder the million or so colonists. It's his only choice, he argues. Murder them. Really? I can think of a few right off the top of my head, like alternatives that don't involve like a Kodos the Executioner style response, but whatever. Meanwhile, Bones is in sickbay studying the captured parasite. As he's testing, he remembers the dude from the Tees who did a suicide nosedive into the sun and puts 2 and 2 together. Maybe they can be killed with light. Eureka. He hits the faux vomit with 1 million candles per inch of light, and it dies. Next, let's test it on Spock. McCoy hesitates, but Kirk and Spock insist that he do it now. McCoy complies. Spock is cured, but also blinded by the intense light. Remember, 1 million candlelight.
1 million.
I
am, however,
right
quite
then.
blind.
Right then, I am, however, quite blind, and right then, Chapel walks in with the results of the lethal test on the parasite, the one they did like 5 minutes ago. And McCoy discovers that the light that killed it wasn't in the visible spectrum. Spock need not have been blinded at all. Kirk is like hella pissed at Bones for not realizing this, even though he's the one who insisted that it just pisses me off. Do the test yesterday, Bone. No, I don't want to do. No, do it. Do it now. Zap him. We don't have to. So they zap him. So he's blind. He's blind to sudden. It's Bones' fault. Anyway, I'm always going to get verklempt and over that. So this is what they do. They deploy satellites around the planet, kill the puke monsters with gamma rays, and discover that Spock's blindness was only temporary because Sho and his inner Vulcan eyelid. There are some guffaws on the bridge about McCoy's incompetence, and they fly off into the sunset. Kirk having seemingly forgotten that he's lost what little family he has. Good thing that David will eventually fill that void and, oh, wait. This time, for the last time in season 1 anyway, of Star Trek, the original series, episode 29, Operation Annihilate.
Operation Annihilate! I am, however, quite blind.
I am, however, quite, wow. Like, did you think Spock was going to stay blind?
When I was a kid and first saw this episode, yes.
Okay.
I took the schmuck bait back then every time. and it's like it's the only thing I really remember about the episode because I watch it very infrequently, probably once every 5-10 years when as I make it through all of the TOSs because I usually go to my favorites. And this is right in between 2 of my favorites. What is it? City on the Edge of Forever, then Operation Annihilate, and then Amok Time, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the way it goes, yeah.
So it's like kind of the one where I kind of go to the next one, but I have to say, like I didn't remember a lot of this, and the part I didn't really remember was when they went down and they were just like walking around that college campus. I was like, this is weird.
That's some nice mid-century modern architecture they got going there. Yeah. I mean, what was that location? Do you know? Because I was going to ask. I was going to look it up.
UCLA.
But I figured you would look it up.
Yeah, I think UCLA. Part of their campus. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I thought that was neat. So first impressions of this, like, do you remember so it was in between 2, but you thought Spock might be blind.
Yeah. When I was
because
a kid,
you were 8, right?
Yeah. About 8, 9 when it finally came through the cycle on the syndication. But first impressions this time watching it is I was really impressed and it seemed better than I remembered it. And I wondered how many other good episodes are hidden right in plain sight. What was your first impressions?
Well, I mean, my first impression upon watching this for the first time for a while anyway, I mean, it's my second or maybe third time watching it in like Ultra HD. And seeing it again with all of the, I think they were literally like bags of vomit, fake vomit that they put all over the place. Seeing it with the fake vomit monsters in HD reminded me that the first time I saw this the way you were supposed to originally see Star Trek, on a 12-inch black and white screen, cathode ray. So the effects weren't they were still bad then, but they held up better than they do now. And I kid. It's only, it's what it is.
Might be what one single cell, that big would look like. I don't know.
Right. I mean, there are single cell things in Star Trek all the time. I mean, you got the giant amoeba from that killed that ship full of Vulcans.
Yep. Made me think of macrocosm as well. Like this is like a virus or a brain cell.
It also
that acts like a virus,
right? And it kind of reminded me a little bit of Search for Spock when they go down and they find the microbes that were on Spock's coffin.
Snakes.
Yeah. Something. And they must have like mutated. Yeah. They must have evolved and all that. So it's like all these little cells.
You know what saves the effect?
What saves the effect?
The line where they call it out, where the yeoman, but
yeoman hottie
name. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to give that away.
She says it doesn't even look real.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they had to insert that. They're like, let's put it in. We don't know how this is going to come out on camera. It doesn't even look real. I will say this, for an episode that I think gets somewhat maligned because of like the bad effects, I found more to like in this episode than I anticipated. I think the first time I did the rewatch, I was doing my chronological rewatch, and I was sort of, quite frankly, just getting through some episodes of TOS, falling asleep through a lot of them. This one's probably one of them. But having watched it now to discuss it with you, I think there is some pretty good lore in here. That we're able to mine, and it does some stuff for the universe. We can talk about that, but that's my first impressions of not as bad as I thought, not as bad as I recalled. So, and we have the whole mustache thing to
and it's only like 5 frames of video, and we're doing this all for those 5 frames.
All right,
you see him for a half a second.
I'm going to ask you a question, but first, before we go on with our blind adoration of this episode, we want our members, our subscribers who might be watching us now. We're kind of doing a limited live stream of this.
Yeah, if they're YouTube members or they're patrons, they get this limited live stream.
You can become a member or a patron in many ways. First is just like and subscribe right here on the YouTubes. It's youtube.com/@Treksploration. You can also follow us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Treksploration. You can join our community here. You can join our community there. There are many levels of support on the Patreon site that Albie, he edits them every week. I don't even know what goes on, but he's a pretty creative guy, and we're putting up different content over there.
I think we'll add a new executive producer level.
Oh, we have a new executive producer level. There you go. You can be an executive producer. Can we do like an Annihilate level? Operation Annihilate Our Poverty. And tell us what you think also on Blue Sky at Treksploration.bluesky.social. You can email us whatever you'd like to TreksplorationPod@gmail.com. That's TreksplorationPod@gmail.com. Send photos for the credits.
Uncensored.
And you can also send anything you like. Send me some fake vomit to P.O. Box 542.
I've been looking for it.
New York 11705. That's P.O. Box 542. Bayport, New York 11705. You can also support the show in a one-time manner on these PayPal codes and QR codes and Venmo and Cash App and Zelle, and do it all. It's all coming up. You can do the app of your choice. You can also buy some coffee. That's buymeacoffee.com/ Treksploration, right? Yeah. Or what was the
shoebox of 20s.
Shoebox full of 20s at P.O. Box 542, Bayport, New York 11705. Small bills, easy to launder.
We got to stock up on all our currency before June. Just saying.
Yeah, it's coming up. Special thanks to Omnipotent Willard, who you just mentioned.
Omnipotent Willard!
He is our lifetime member, and he is part of our cadre of Intrepid Treksplorers, Intrepid Treksplorers. I usually say that right. Sometimes I trip over it. Intrepid Treksplorers. That includes our cadets, Thomas F., Listen Linda, Rick Tatro, Andrew Barber, Robert G., and Preston Foster. Our Lieutenant Commander, Scott Seligman, Cosplay Dad, and Christian Daljo. And, of course, our theme, Captain Charles from Texas, Captain on the Bridge. Thank you also to our YouTube members. That also includes our ensign, Christian Daljo again. He does it twice because he's twice as nice. Another ensign, Kaplasa Online, and our cadet, the Barsoom. Thank you, the Barsoom. And everybody else who supports our show, whether by monetarily or just spreading the word, our free patrons and all of our likers and subscribers here on YouTube. We couldn't gotten to 1,000 without you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you very much for helping us reach this milestone.
We have the finest crew in the verse.
We did not know that we were ever going to get this far. We just kind of sat down and said, let's talk about Star Trek, and here we are. So
we had hoped.
But, like, to me, that wasn't the goal. To me, it was just to sit down with my friend Albie and have fun talking about Trek.
Mission accomplished.
So, yeah, mission accomplished on that score. And I think we've gotten far more of a reception and audience than I ever thought that we would. So it does my heart good. And I want to thank everybody who is along for this ride with us. It's been a lot of fun. And I feel like we're just getting started. It's funny, Albie, we started out talking about like next gen and doing special episodes of this, that, and the other thing. We've only done like 2 episodes of the original series at this point.
Yeah.
This will be our 3rd, I think. We got the cage. We got the cage and Where No Man Has Gone Before.
Yes, and then this one.
So this is our 3rd original series foray. But I feel like we've been sidetracked from our original mission.
So much new Trek.
Because of all the new Trek, yeah. So we've been talking about
an
Strange
embarrassment of riches
and Lower Decks and what's the one that just got canceled? Starfleet Academy.
We still got 10 to go on those.
Yeah, 10 more to go on those, and so and what I think 20 more of Strange New Worlds. 2 more seasons.
15. Because I got 10 episodes for season 4 and 5 episodes for season 5.
Gotcha. So there's still new Trek to come, some Star Trek Scouts.
We have Section 31, Scouts. I caught up on Scouts. Oh my goodness. We got to do more Scouts.
I cannot wait to see if our predictions have come true on Scouts.
We're basically dead on.
I feel like honestly we need to re-immerse ourselves into the nether region that is Star Trek Scouts, the liminal wherever they exist, and explore that further. It's just an endless well of possibilities.
Listen, Linda has requested that we do more Scouts, so I agree.
Listen, Linda's a pretty smart person.
She is a very smart person.
Yeah, I have to think that if Linda talks, we all should listen.
Yes,
so
she's our historian and she's our teacher on the ship.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. She's also our artist.
Listen, Linda. She's
like Lieutenant MacGyver's. She does portraits of Penelope and of me, and she's her own MacGyver's. What's her name? MacGyver's.
But ours is still alive, so that's good.
That is good. Yeah, she didn't get eaten by SETI eels.
Nope.
And her voice is nowhere near as annoying as Ren Schmidt's. I kid. I love Ren Schmidt. I'm sorry. My good friend Margot. So,
oh yeah, For All Mankind. I'm gonna watch that tonight after this.
Yeah, I started watching it.
Episode
1 came out just as we're recording this. It came out today, but I came home last night late.
That's today.
And I came home last night late, and it was on Apple TV already. So it was supposed to premiere today, but it was on like last night as of like 10:30 or whatever.
Midnight or 3 or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't even midnight yet. So I figured they just put it out because hey, let's do it. Anyway, I enjoyed what I saw of it before I fell asleep.
Love that show.
It's a good show. If you like For All Mankind and you want to hear people talk about it in a very intelligent way, listen to Moon Show on the Infinite Potato Alliance.
And who else is on that show?
Neek is the host, and she's got like a rotating panel of different people. But like Neek knows like scientists and stuff. Like when they talk about stuff, it's just like it blows my mind. I'm such a dummy.
I love scientists.
When I listen to
you
Neek
watch Star Talk, so you must know something.
I don't know. When you're going up against Chuck Nice, it makes Neil deGrasse seem smarter than he might be. I'm not saying the dude's not smart. I'm just saying that he knows how to pick a co-host that makes him look really, really smart.
Have you watched The Rest is Science yet?
The Rest of what?
Michael and Hannah. The Rest is Science. Check that out on YouTube. Oh, I love their scientific and math discussions. It's amazing.
Math discussions. That sounds like Project Hail Mary, which we're going to be talking about as well. So
soon.
Hopefully
we don't miss our window because we want to get to SETI Alpha 5.
This is SETI Alpha 5. So yeah, we're going to be doing all that coming up. But yeah, listen to the Moon Show podcast on the Infinite Potato Alliance. It's really good.
Just
watch
just
For All Mankind, and just go over there and check out all the great shows on the Infinite Potato Alliance. We played an episode of that Star Trek podcast talking about the Royale.
Yeah, on our feed, that was one of the fundraisers for Serenity going to space camp.
So I'm glad that they gave us permission to put their show on our feed.
The great Scott Madison.
Oh, he said go for it.
Yes,
cool.
It was a while ago, but I finally
you finally got around to it.
Yep.
So they've done the Royale. So is our review going to be the Royale with cheese?
I would love that.
Everybody was waiting for the joke,
but then put the fro wigs on, right?
So anyway, the fake vomit episode. Here we are, finally talking about.
It was really fake vomit. Did you know that?
I read about it today. It really,
I did not know that. We always called it fake vomit because that's what it looks like, but I didn't know it was.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
I just figured it was some silicone that the special effects people came up with in a mold.
I think that like a bag of fake vomit might be one of the cheapest things. They just went down to the local like novelty shop. They got that and some whoopee cushions that they put all around the bridge.
At least they weren't whoopee cushions. That would have been funny. I want to see behind the scenes photos of like guys with bamboo poles with fishing string with fake vomit on it. Can you imagine how much one of those would go for at the auction nowadays?
We could make one of those. We should bring them around when we go with cosplay as what are they, Denevins? They're not even Denevins. Like they didn't give them a name. They don't have a name.
I guess they're on Denevan. So a lot of cool overalls, jumpsuits in this episode. Very jumpsuit.
I like to call them Star Trek onesies.
Yeah, onesies. Very onesie heavy.
Onesie heavy, but what I liked about these onesies is they did not skimp on the color. I mean, we got orange onesies, we got blue onesies. They weren't just like the fleet colors. Now, if we're going to talk about this stuff on the planet and the wardrobe on the planet, this might give the lie to the rumor that I've told you about on this show that the velour shirts for Command were a green that showed up differently under the studio lights on camera as gold. They're down outside on this, it's on this UCLA. What you got to think that the sunlight's going to reflect off of the shirt differently than maybe studio lights would.
Mm-hmm.
Still look gold as gold can be.
Maybe that was at first kind of thing, and then eventually they figured, well, they're yellow on TV, so we might as well just make them yellow mustard gold.
I guess, but it's funny because you see like shirts like this gray shirt. I think they call it ash. A lot of times when you put those under studio lights, they'd come out as white. So anytime they do a white T-shirt on most shows, they're actually wearing like a heather or an ash colored shirt.
Really?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I read that about I think on Married with Children because I was going to get my dad a No Ma'am T-shirt because he loved Married with Children. No Ma'am was Al's like club, his He-Man Woman Haters Club, and they had two versions. They said a white version, which is what it appeared to be on TV, and a gray version, which is actually what they all wore on set. So I guess that was a way for them to maybe double their sales, whoever was selling these shirts.
The white back then might have just reflected too much light, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think it might have been just a little bit too intense.
With the white balance a little bit.
Could be.
But now with the 4K cameras, 8K cameras, what it is what they get.
So for anybody that doesn't know, white balance is when you're at any kind of location, you'll always set the camera, you'll hold up a piece of paper or something. And we used to do this all the time when we were in the field shooting when I was a journalist. But you would have to match the light so that the camera got the right exposure. You would have to white balance it. And you would just hold up something white and then they would focus the camera on it and hit like a white balance button. That's the way they did it for us. So I got to think that they got to do that on sets too. I feel like it's just part of the photography. I have no idea what white balance is. I just know as a producer that you have to do it before you do your shoot. So, any photogs out there, give us the skinny on what white balance actually is.
My basic understanding is if you get the white right, then the I don't know
the levels, then the rest of the exposure.
Levels. Then you get the exposure contrast levels correct, at least for the darks and lights. But then you need the other chart that has all the colors on it to match that up.
Anyway, so nobody cares about this. This is what we're talking about instead of Operation Annihilate. White balance.
Operation Annihilate. Did you watch the deleted scenes? First time I ever saw those in my life.
I had no idea there were deleted scenes. I thought there was going to be more with like Peter or something, but the poor kid barely makes an appearance.
Yeah, but he's in like a mini Star Trek Kirk uniform. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like they only had the one type of clothing. They could have gave him a onesie.
You know, he had like I think like in the third or fourth episode, you had Charlie Evans wearing Gary Mitchell's old shirt.
Yeah,
without the insignia. So that's what Peter was wearing. So.
Peter, but he wasn't wearing the insignia. Yeah.
Right.
But so it looked like it was pretty form fit to him.
Question I have for you, Albie. Well, it's the future. I mean, it's magic clothes.
That's true. It's made out of algae, right?
I think they grow those shirts.
Yep.
Sorry, I can't come out today. I'm growing a new shirt.
Man, I got to trim my chest hair. I'm growing a new sweater. Figured that out tonight.
My shirts aren't in the wash; they're in the hydroponics bay.
Got to water. Have you watered your shirt today?
So the question I have is because I legit had no idea until very recently.
I'm legit
that it was Shatner on the ground. As I said, when I first saw this episode, I saw it as it was meant to be seen on a 12-inch black and white TV in my bedroom, 6 or 8 feet away. And it's on screen for about 85 seconds. Not even 85. That would be over
85 frames.
85 frames, yeah. It's like literally like a second and a half. And they just roll them over and it's dun, dun, dun. And then they cut back. I never realized that was Shatner because it was just it didn't even occur to me to think it. So even when I was seeing it all these years later in full color on TV, in my mind that was just some actor on the floor. I never even noticed that it was Shatner himself. Did you, the first time you watch it, cotton to that fact immediately? Or
I just always thought it was some random day player.
But now that I've seen it,
did you pause it?
I didn't even have to. Now that I was primed for it, and I did have my TV on, it's like ultra bright,
right,
high definition setting.
Yeah,
right. So
it's a nice TV.
So I mean, I like the way Star Trek comes out on that because it hurts your eyes. And now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. And there's a whole thing here where Spock's on the bridge fighting everybody, and they do all of like the establishing shots, the wide shots, and you can tell it's just a bunch of extras, a bunch of stunt people in the worst wigs you've ever seen. Another thing that until very recently I never noticed. I can always suspend my disbelief because when I first saw it, there was no material difference between the actors and the stunt people to my young eyes.
Small CRTs,
yeah. To my small CRT eyes.
Yeah, that scene on the bridge where Spock comes in and tries to take over the Enterprise. Rennie's going to love that part because her favorite thing about the original series so far is how everybody just gets picked up and tossed like 5 feet in the air.
Spock is a Vulcan, so he does have the superior strength.
Yeah, but it happens often. I think it was, I want to say maybe the Man Trap. I'm not sure. But there was one where it happened every 5 minutes. Somebody just picked somebody up and tossed them. It might have been the Naked Time. I'm not sure.
Just name your episode.
Yeah.
I think Khan does the same thing to Kirk and Space Seed.
Yeah.
So... I mean, it's funny how the Vulcans started out. Anyway, Spock's character was portrayed with great strength. Your mother was a computer, and your father was an encyclopedia or something like that.
Yeah.
My mother was a school teacher, but Spock like smashes his computer console.
Yeah, that was cool.
You can say so, and I feel like
they out of aluminum foil or something.
They kind of give the Vulcans that strength again selectively. In New Trek, I don't know that they really followed through with that because you see like somebody just like punch a Vulcan in the face and he's knocked out. Meanwhile, I think if you like punch a Vulcan in the face, he'd just look at you and then throw you across the room. Rennie would love it.
Yeah. It's just funny how people just get tossed out of chairs 5 feet. So, I think everybody does it, not just Vulcans. It's weird. You got to watch it.
Are you talking about when there's turbulence, or are you talking about when
No, when somebody legit picks somebody else up and throws them. It's like it's a thing. You got to watch it. Now that you know about it, you won't miss it.
I'm going to keep the soul patch just so I can think like, oh, I'm thinking.
Sam,
I'm thinking.
We know Sam now much more from Strange New Worlds. So
Yes.
the question I have is, from what we know about Sam in Strange New Worlds and Sam here as Shatner, maybe without his toupee on and a fake mustache.
No, I think the toupee. I think it was his hair. I mean, they didn't have time to take his
because
toupee
it
off.
had some grays. It was weird. It had some grays, but for me, the Sam in Strange New Worlds doesn't quite match up with this Sam, just because I think year one's coming up really soon, and Sam, as far as I know, is still not married and has a kid in Strange New Worlds. Please explain.
They're going to do that just like they're going to do the Roger Corby thing with him getting lost, like they're going to do the fact that Uhura doesn't know anybody on the bridge familiarly. I guess maybe because Sulu comes on and she doesn't really know him. And
well, maybe Bluey is like the second time her mind was wiped.
Yeah, that's the other. I didn't want to go Bluey right away because you want that to be a special moment for Uhura.
You never want to go Bluey right away.
Maybe honestly, maybe her mind gets wiped every 3 weeks. We've just only seen the one time that was documented in an episode.
Correct. Yeah, because our mind was wiped before that last time.
Yeah, apparently. But that's what I was talking about. Like Strange New Worlds really mind bleeps a lot of the stuff that you see. Especially, I mean, again, the last time I watched the original series, like a rewatch, they were in season 2 of Disco. So they just introduced Pike and that version of the Enterprise, and Spock still had his beard and he was still crazy. So it was not the same now that we have, 2-3 seasons of Strange New Worlds behind us since I last watched this stuff. Once again, it's that whole phenomena that you get from watching the original series after all of the new Trek, and the crazy retconning that you do in your head. It makes all the episodes completely different now because the context. So I pointed it out in the summary, the fact that Kirk and Uhura don't seem to know each other, don't really have a common bond over Sam, who is both their friends. It's a weird disconnect for me. I understand, obviously it was the 60s. They didn't have any of this in mind.
But we're trying to make the universe work for our brains.
Yeah. So did you get that when you watch these?
Yeah, only because the fact that he snapped at Uhura like that didn't quite make sense, because that happened in the episode where Kirk was in charge of basically the TOS crew for that one half a episode. I forget which one it was. But Kirk had that snap at Uhura moment, and then, she didn't take it, and he apologized, and it didn't seem like he would ever do it again.
Yeah, again, that's just, I guess, dramatic tension for that. And it's also, they use that as a thing where she convinces the rest of them to follow Kirk's cockamamie schemes.
Right.
Like she's all of a sudden on Team Kirk. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it both hinders and helps. I think that I enjoy having a new context in which to watch these shows, but at the same time, it can take me out of it a little bit, because I was always so...
Maybe they're fighting.
Yeah, maybe they are. And I was always
Kirk
so
and Uhura get together and we just never seen it yet.
Diehard original series fan, where I want to be just immersed in that reality, because that's when I first fell in love with Star Trek, and that's what inspired me to try to write fiction, and just enveloping myself in this world as presented in the original 3 seasons of Trek. To have all this retcon pro fanfic thrown on top of it now after the fact, and have to superimpose that over the stuff that used to make me so enthused, I find it equal parts distracting and invigorating. It's a weird time to be a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, but it's good, because we have so much. But I think you're right. Uhura probably would have said something like, "That's Sam's mobile."
Yeah, right. I got Sam's digits.
Yeah, I call Sam all the time. He's been away for a while, and he's got the wife and kid that's about 10, so he must have went through some kind of weird anomaly to age him. I don't know what's going on.
That's true. I forgot that the wife and kid. Peter's got to be like 8 years old here.
Yeah, maybe
right?
he
at least
maybe
9.
Maybe Jim has 2 brothers.
Don't
and they're
they
both named Sam?
From what I read on Memory Alpha about Sam,
you did some
the
research.
The two Sams,
journalism degree.
I think it was in What Little Girls Are Made Of, the one with Roger Corby.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
That's the next one on my rewatch with Rennie.
They talk about Sam with his wife and 3 children, but they only introduced
3.
Peter here. Yeah, 3. 3.
So 2 of them are off the planet.
So I mean, maybe he and Aurelian had kids before they got married. Like maybe he's on the Enterprise now with Pike, and they've already got the bun in the oven for the first one.
Okay.
Who knows? Or maybe he is married and they just don't discuss it. I don't know.
That's true.
Did we ever see Sam hooking up on Strange New Worlds?
No. No, I think we would have saw that and thought differently about it, probably.
So I'm just thinking, is there something happening off camera that we don't see?
Maybe the Strange New World Sam will mention, like the family. I the 3rd kid's on the way. I thought you only had 1, Peter. And then that's it. That's all they say.
Yeah, I mean, not that anybody really cares, but it's just. I mean, I guess somebody out there cares.
You know what else? The connection I was thinking about when watching this, Nurse Chapel and Spock's relationship, and maybe that's why Chapel is kind of distracted and wants to save Spock, and is frustrated that Bones just closes up.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time watching Magil. In this episode, she tries. Like, there's a couple of like faces that she pulls, and but as Chapel, she just to me is distracting most of the time. I want her to be Laxwana all the time because I think that's where she really shines, when she's Laxwana. But it was nice that she was heavily featured in this episode because the cast didn't have a lot to do in this one. I mean, this was a heavy Kirk episode, and I mean, we can talk about, oh my God, like Kirk's solution here.
Kill everybody.
Yeah, kill them all. What?
Great album.
True story. Great album. We're gonna go.
It's weird that he wanted to kill them all, but it's understandable because they set it up there. It goes from planet to planet to planet. So there's something going on where this infection is interstellar. So
yeah,
what to do? Do you
I don't know.
I guess if you, spend more than a few minutes on trying to let Bones cure it, right?
Well, that, and also, you have an entire store fleet. It's called Store Fleet.
Yeah, with scientists. It's not just the 3 labs, but I mean, the 2 people that are on duty,
why not do like a barricade around the planet so that no ships could get off of it while you study what's going on? I mean, people might still be in agony and dying, but at least maybe you could bring some scientists there. You can do a blockade of the planet so that, maybe it's sort of like under siege, right? But it seems like they got plenty of food and water down there, so they're not going to die. These parasites are not going to let them die because they need them to get off the planet. So
when they first beamed down, my thought was Miranda.
They weren't all dead yet, though.
No, but I'm feeling, it's a sci-fi tropes. Who knows when they started, but this had to be one of the early examples of that, probably.
I think. Well, I was thinking like the Naked Time when they go into the space station. It's like all icy.
Oh yeah,
and they're
it's completely flocked, full of mannequins.
Showers with their clothes on, and lots of naked people.
Speaking of that episode, their goggles in this episode had that same kind of shower curtain pattern over them. I don't know if you noticed that this time.
Did you notice the neat trick with the goggles, except for Shatner? I guess he couldn't do it. Maybe because he had way too much guy liner on. They just stuck them to their face without like a strap or
Oh, they just kind of held them there?
Yeah, no, well, Shatner held them, but both Dee and Leonard just put them on their face and they stayed. So I wonder if they had like some kind of a little glue on them. So they're like future goggles. They're just like self-adhering goggles.
I got to rewatch that. I was more fascinated by the pattern.
That was I thought like a neat detail. So, and when I say like some of the stuff that made me like this episode more than I otherwise would have, just some errant dialogue from Scotty, talking about the formation of this colony and the fact that there are miners on an asteroid belt nearby, and that they go back and forth. And during his early days, he was like an advisor to some of the engineering folks that worked in this area. And it does, just like it's a throwaway line, but it expands the universe so much. It makes it feel so lived in. These are not just props on a set doing space adventure of the week. It's like, oh, these are people with a history that live in this reality that is the United Federation of Planets, and they've done so in many different capacities that make them the dynamic individuals that we see now. And I can't believe I just called Scotty dynamic, because if you're going to talk about a two-dimensional character in Star Trek, Scotty is the most two-dimensional. Maybe Chekhov.
Yeah, there's some world building there too, and I appreciated that. That was right up front in this episode in the beginning, and it made me think back to when we first meet Scotty in Strange New Worlds, and it seemed like that would be like something he would be doing right before then. So yeah.
Yeah,
so for me that fit together well.
You could see how we can build like a holographic Gorn trap, right? Because he was an advisor to the planet.
An engineering
before.
advisor. Yeah,
he was mining asteroids with Dev ISA.
And he did the run himself a few times or something.
Right,
like
he did it in 12 parsecs.
He did. That's funny. That would be cool seeing James Doohan as Han Solo. Somebody's got AI.
Would it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh man,
there was a lot in this episode. The strange thing, like I said, was when they beamed down to UCLA. But the actress who played Sam Kirk's wife, what was her name? Anala or something?
Aurelian Kirk, and her name in real life is Joan Swift.
Aurelian Kirk.
Aurelian.
Okay, it's. Does that mean something in like Latin or something?
No, it's just an odd name. But the funny thing was, when I was typing it on like all my documents and I spelled it correctly, like they spell it on Memory Alpha, it didn't like get the red line underneath it.
No, interesting.
So it must be a legit name from somewhere for somebody.
I have to say, her acting was a little distracting for me.
You think?
She seemed, especially when she's laying in sickbay, she seemed to have just eaten at Cat's Delicatessen.
Did she have a bunch of gristle in her teeth, or
she was I know she was going for pain and struggling, but it just came across opposite to me, if you get my drift.
I'm sorry, I don't. You're gonna have to elaborate.
It was like she was having an orgasm laying there on the table.
I was trying
to say it nicely.
You could have poked and prodded me and hinted all you wanted. I never would have gotten that. Even I know. I get like the Harry Met Sally thing. I thought maybe you thought that she was bloated because she ate too much. Maybe her face was greasy from all the pastrami. Yeah, exactly. She got mustard and pickle juice running down her face. I don't know.
It could have been.
So,
but yeah, it just seemed distracting because once I thought that, I think the first or second time I watched it this week, the 3 or 4 times, I was like, oh my goodness. And every time it just sounds exactly the same to me. So
so I don't know what you've been doing to women your whole life, but Aurelian is derived from the Latin name Aurelianus, which is a derivative of the Roman family name Aurelius, meaning golden or gilded, originating from the Latin word aurum, gold. The name is famously associated with the 3rd century Roman emperor Lucius Domitius Aurelianus, who ruled from 270 to 275 AD. What is it with like freaking Roman Empire stuff on Star Trek?
They didn't have a lot to pull from back then. There was one IP back then, maybe 2. The Bible and then all the other ones.
Those are the stock costumes they had. They had cowboys, Nazis, and togas. So you had to do one of the 3.
I knew it sounded Latin, but her acting was a little distracting. Now, I don't know how you would act with a parasite that's controlling you and causing you pain. So she might have nailed it, but I don't know.
I guess if you're gonna you got to go anti-Spock, right? Because Spock's going to be he's going to be suffering but reserved. Mm-hmm. And Nimoy knows how to do that, so she's got to go the complete opposite because she's just a dumb human. So she's got to be well nigh hysterical. I have to say, for people that are like driven mad by parasites that are like eating up their guts, that mob that was coming at them with the lucite rods did not seem all that threatening. It seemed like they were just sort of casually walking towards them, pretending to run in their bright colored jumpsuits.
It was weird because they were shouting, "Go away! We don't want you here.
We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. Go away! Go away!"
It was weird. That whole part was weird because I didn't quite. One of the times I watched it, I had the closed captioning on, so that helped. But they would just sound like mumbling when they were screaming, because there were so many voices at once, and they're probably different actors doing it in post. But I found the lucite rods silly. It seemed like something the Doozers would hold to fend off the Fraggles.
I thought that the Fraggles ate the Doozer stuff.
The Doozers hate the Fraggles because Fraggles eat all their constructions.
No, so I said they ate, not hate.
Ate. Yeah.
So the Doozers and the Fraggles, there's very contentious, right? But it's symbiotic.
Yeah.
Or the Fraggles more like parasitic?
Do the Fraggles help them at all? I don't know. Because they're made out of radishes, the lucite. It's radish-based.
Really?
Yeah.
Which
grows in the gourd's garden.
Okay.
And Junior's always trying to capture. It's a circle of life. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, the same old story.
The great trash heap has spoken. Her acting was kind of wacky. She was freaked out, obviously, when we first meet her. But she was also like almost in final girl mode because she was trying to prevent the fake vomit from coming through the vents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she seemed like she was trying to tough it out. But I think she had already been infected by that point, right?
Yeah, apparently they all had. But then why would she? If Sam is dead, Peter is lying prone, and she's obviously in great agony. Where is the vomit monster on her back? Like, why aren't they still in the thing? Or maybe did they infected, then they move on?
I think so.
Right? They have agency.
And it's got to be a very small piercing because it goes through the fabric.
Right. So I'd say it could be like molecular.
Yeah.
Right. They get in, and that's why they can get you and wrap around your nervous system. It makes you very susceptible to suggestion. Yes.
Yeah. So what's the basic idea that these are brain cells and each one's an individual brain cell, but added together, they have a consciousness, right?
Yeah. This is like a proto-Borg kind of deal, right? They're essentially being assimilated. They get injected by the nanites and they're entwined and it also reminded me a little bit. No, I guess they didn't really do that in Vox Solo. When they were like with the Jizz Monster in the cargo bay in Enterprise, right? But there
was Roxanne Dawson.
Yeah, because they can feel what each other is feeling once they're part of that entity. So
like an attached.
So yeah, but I'm thinking like, is there other like individual brain cell kind of stuff? Again, I kept thinking of Star Trek 3, but I don't know that we've seen this before or after in Trek. Like what are obviously like supposed to be cells with nuclei and all that. I mean, I guess if you're gonna like try to give it the benefit of the doubt and overlook the fact that it's fake vomit, it's kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea in theory.
Question mark?
But like, I struggle because if it's a single cell, then it infects the victim, so it injects something, and is that smaller than a cell? And then that thing then grows into tendrils throughout the host bodies.
Yeah, well, there are smaller things, and like cells are filled with stuff, with like mitochondria and nuclei, and what else is in a cell?
Certain bacterias.
Mitochondria. Did I say mitochondria?
Mitochondria.
There's
that's
mitochondria.
The
powerhouse. Yeah. That's
that's what I know from Biochem 1.
I think I just read Hail Mary, and they were talking about mitochondria.
Oh yeah,
with the astrophage.
So you did finish that. So we should be talking about that pretty soon.
I did finish it. I was going to go see the movie at some point this weekend.
Yes, don't go like that. You'll get arrested.
Okay.
You're gonna have to shave the stash first.
So, oh my goodness, it's about time for us to be going for an hour already. Who knew?
Oh, okay, so we should go on break.
An hour already.
Are you ready to go on break, sir?
Yeah, we can go on break. Everybody watch. We'll come back. We'll talk about my favorite part of the episode.
Yep, and then we'll talk about our favorite parts, our crushes, our ratings, and see what else we have. Maybe a Trek and Tell or two. Oh. So stay tuned for all that, and thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so we can get over 1,000. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So you can do that while you watch these short messages, and we'll be right back.
Oh my God.
I was getting ready in the mirror and I couldn't stop laughing.
I feel like this works better with my hair, like a little bit. Like I feel like I'm sort of like I could be rakish, like a matinee rakish, like from the 30s, or I could now be like erudite. I'm like the erudite.
Both are good.
I think this
That
works.
looks like the helicopter just picked you up because you're the scientist and they need you on the scene because they've never seen anything like this before.
Oh my God, my glasses are so dirty, which I guess fits because I'm in the jungle somewhere and collecting dinosaur eggs or something.
Yeah.
Right? Or vomit monsters.
Vomit monsters. And we're back! Welcome back to Treksploration. I'm Albie.
Chris, there's slightly less of us.
Yes.
I'm going to see, I'm just trying to go. I think with the sideburns and like, it actually works better without the handlebar.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think I could time travel now. Like, if you bumped into me in 1986, you would say, yeah.
You could do the 70s. That's the 70s look too.
Think so?
I like the slick back. Is there a little ponytail back there? That would be the 70s. All right.
No, that would be amazing. That would be like, was it Les Nessman maybe?
Les Nessman never had a ponytail.
No, who am I thinking of?
Dr. Johnny Fever never had a ponytail.
Johnny Fever?
No.
I don't know. You ever see that Eddie Murphy thing where he gets makeup to look like a white guy and then he goes about the town finding out what it's like to be white?
Yeah, I think that was a Saturday Night Live bit.
Yeah. I think, it's the weekend. Sunday's coming up. I think I could get into a church looking like this.
All right. Well, there you go.
And see what they're all doing in there.
Yeah, I like this. I look like, I don't know, like I tried to thin it up over here, so it would be like I would maybe like do the pencil mustache, like a William Powell kind of thing. But
oh yeah, I don't know how they do that. There's got to be a trick to it, right?
I had
like,
the razor, and I had like an electric razor, and I somehow managed to cut myself with an electric razor right under my nose. So I just quit it. But I still think this. I think this works. I think I found my new look.
I think we need the thumbnail. There we go.
That or like I think I'm kind of like Walter White. Just give me a pork pie hat. I'll be Heisenberg.
This is ridiculous. It's amazing how much you can just change your avatar like that.
I mean, it's crazy, dude, the way you look right now.
Thank you for 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. You went from a used car salesman to like some guy that you'd see like on a boardwalk eating a hoagie.
Yeah, I definitely look divorced and on the prowl. Right?
I
look like I'm trying to have my stuff together, but I don't have my stuff together.
No, it's like you're like you have your stuff so together. It's like you look like you don't have your stuff together because that's how together you are. You just don't care. It's like this whole reverse
but
psychology.
I definitely have a red convertible,
on.
Right?
Little red Corvette. Depends on
chains.
This. It could be a Miata.
Chains.
Yeah, you do need it. Yeah.
I don't have chains.
You look like something out of a Bronx Tale.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So
what do you like? Do you like this?
Annihilate.
Tell us down below. Do you like this version better, or do you like the
other one?
The
Could I get into a church like this? Do you know anyone that would let me in?
Albie, I think that you can go into a church no matter what you look like.
Really? But this is a disguise. Like nobody would notice me. Normally they'd be like, "Oh my goodness, he's got product in his hair," right? I don't know, but I haven't stepped foot in a church since the '80s, I guess. So maybe that's why I'm thinking that. All right, so where were we? A woman was moaning on the table in sickbay, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
she looked like she needed a shower.
Yeah, they were all very greasy. It's the makeup.
They were very greasy back then. Maybe they were doing that, not showering, and only twice a year.
It's like they found the perfect like grease paint without like the powder, but it was like a grease paint that once the lights hit it, it would highlight every single pockmark you had in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is true today, but it feels like the prerequisite for every Star Trek actor back in the 60s had to have some kind of acne scarring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and chicken pox and smallpox and polio scarring, whatever those things were too.
Okay. So you're saying that I just became like insensitive to people who are survivors. I got you. All right. So
no, but I mean, that's what people had back then.
I'm the asshole. Okay.
No, that's what people had back then. It was just standard. But not too long before that, everybody had a goiter because they didn't know about iodine.
Iodine? It bounced off the iodine.
Yeah, if you don't have iodized salt, if you don't get enough iodine in your diet, your thyroid just keeps growing larger and larger and larger because it's trying to filter as much iodine as it can out of your body because it needs iodine to live, your cells, because, we come from the ocean. There's iodine in the ocean, and it's not much, but it's enough. But if you're completely without it, then your thyroid just keeps growing, and then you have this goiter.
That's why you have to thank the Morton's Company.
Yes, they were the last to adopt iodine, actually, in their salt.
Well, that iodine and fluoridation are the mind control tools of the Illuminati throughout the 20th century.
Or so you would think if you didn't get enough iodine in your diet, because iodine actually increases your cognitive ability.
Were you watching some kind of video about iodine before?
I always watch science videos.
I know,
so
that's what I'm saying.
One about iodine.
That's what you fall asleep to. I think that I like this one. I like this one better than the handlebar one. I think I might
wake up Laura. Did you wake up Dr. Laura and say, "Look at me now"?
Yeah, she was actually
until the morning.
She was actually the bathroom where I shave is right adjacent to the bedroom. So I was in there and she was putting herself to bed and she's like, "Is it finally all coming off?" And I'm like, "Nope, I got another stage." What do you think of this one? Yeah, she saw it. She said better, but not quite.
Getting there.
She said,
wait until the morning when it looks like this.
She said, "What?" She said,
for the bonus show.
Doing that? No,
bonus show.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. That's funny.
No. Nope. She said, "When do you get rid of those sideburns?" I said, "Never."
I always tried to do the triangle ones, like on Star Trek, but I never could get it.
Yeah, I just figured let me keep it poof because
your sister might be able to give you the triangle sideburns.
Yeah, now that I have it going on,
to work with. Yeah,
she's my stylist. My sister's my stylist.
Once we all live in the same retirement community, then she could be my stylist as well.
I can't believe how this changes.
Do I look like somebody from what is that? Cocoon?
No, you know what you look like? What am I thinking of? You look like Pat McCormick.
Okay, who's that?
Far Out Space Nuts. He was in a lot of 70s movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could definitely be in a 70s movie.
But there was another guy too with a mustache that, I don't know, you're just reminiscent. You're reminiscent of a type now. You used to be Albie, now you're like a type. Like
there's something there.
It's like you like something out of Central Casting.
Yes. Like they would cast me for some part.
Right. You'd be like background wannabe wise guy number 3.
Do I need a voice?
You'd be like
Maybe a voice.
Nikki 2 times. Get the papers, get the papers.
I say everything 2 times, 2 times. Oof. This is what we do for the love of our crew and our audience.
Yes, 1,000 subscribers brings out the best and the worst in us.
So what is 2,000?
You don't want to know, man.
I think we shave our eyebrows at 2,000.
I was going to say, I don't think there's that much hair. Since we did hair, now we do less hair. By the time we hit 2,000, I might be bald anyway, so.
Yeah, there you go.
We become like alopecia.
1 million. What's 1 million?
1 million is retire.
We've hit 1 million. Now we're gonna just but if we had if we had 1 million subs, then we could both retire from our day jobs.
Now we're going to Disneyland. That's what we're doing.
Ooh, live from Disneyland. Yeah, I like that. Land. I haven't been there yet.
I don't like Disney, so. I mean, I'd never been to Disney. I know that you somehow you like live at Disney. Nope.
Yeah, when we can. I don't have as many clients as I used to, so we haven't gone lately, but I want to go again.
You should go again. They can help you go again by buying some soap and doing reductivearts.com.
Reductivearts.com.
Yes. Let Albie do all of
your
podcast setting.
If I had a client meeting with a new client, if I had a meeting with a new client and I was like, trust me, I'm good at stuff. I can edit your show.
I'll get this
They
done.
would just hang up. They would just hang up the Zoom window. No, I'm good at the editing. I with the computer, and I cut, I make it look good. I should do that when I have too many clients. Just show up like this.
I think that you just become like, that's a new web series that you're gonna
Diabetes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't stop looking. This is insane.
So let me
Why
ask
do people
you,
do this on purpose?
you now we have the actual, like, the type of mustache that you say scares you.
Yes, this is frightening.
Okay, am I frightening you with this? Like,
luckily my eyes are only decorative now.
okay. What do you think?
You know who you remind me of? The guy we're talking about, the voice of Knight Rider.
Oh yeah, Dr. Craig.
Yes, that's what that looks
Mr.
like.
Feeney. You're saying I look like Feeney?
Mr. Feeney. Yeah, Feeney, which isn't bad. It's not scary. This scares me. That doesn't scare me as much. It depends, It's weird. These glasses kind of go with my shirt.
It does. Yeah,
I'm coming up with a look.
I'm going to tell, man, dude, you're going to get so much action.
Could you imagine if I go to the bar tonight like this? Dude, I come home with two women, and I'm like, oh no, who knew?
You gotta go. Do you have like Google glasses so that you can get the reaction in real time?
No, I need those. That'd be funny.
Oh Jesus!
It's just wrong in every way, but in a way I kind of like it. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, man.
It just seems ridiculous. It seems like I'm like a teenager or a little kid with three little kids underneath me in a trench coat trying to buy liquor. It just doesn't seem real.
Like something out of Little Rascals.
In the auto sectioning on YouTube, it'll say mustache discussion 22 minutes.
It's hilarious. You're right. I do look like William Daniels. I wouldn't have put it together.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm getting. Me, it's something. I want to say Richard Reilly from I don't know what, something not Star Trek.
Who did he play in Star Trek?
He was in The Inner Light. He was Picard's friend, and in Fairhaven on Voyager, he played the
Richard
drunk.
Real. Richard.
Yeah, and I always pronounce it Richard Real because that's what Allison pronounced it. But then I saw behind the scenes, and it was Richard Reilly.
R-E-H?
R-E-H.
R-I-E-H.
Yeah, there you go.
Richard Reilly movies. No. Well, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. That or the Wilford Brimley, but I'm not sure. Maybe a young Wilford Brimley? That's him now, maybe. You got to look in the Star Trek days, early 2000s, maybe. Speaking of which, I'm doing a video essay on...
Oh, sure. He was in Enterprise. He played Phlox's friend in Cold Station Zero, whatever.
He's been in so much Star Trek.
Yeah,
they just called him when they didn't
The augments were torturing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's in this movie, which I'm going to review on my Station 823 channel.
I like it.
I think the title for that one is I Watched Time Changers So You Wouldn't Have to. Yeah, it's got Richard Reilly. It's got Hal Linden.
Oh, Barney Miller himself.
Yes, Barney Miller. And who else?
Black's Magic himself.
Black's Magic. And a couple more famous people. Oh, Captain Stubing is in it.
Okay. Gavin
McLeod of the Clan McLeod.
Uh-huh.
So it's a Christian time travel movie. So the time travel is like the candy that gets you in the van, and then they preach at you for a good hour.
Wow. I wonder
if
is anybody carried away? What do they call that? Raptured?
There is a false rapture in it, but that's spoiling the ending, I think. But it's basically a guy from, I want to say, the 1890s travels ahead in time to the early 2000s, and then he could see people's ankles.
I was just going to say, is he marveling at all the naked ankles and the television?
Not marveling, he's offended, and he can't understand why everybody is okay with all the things that he's not okay with, and he's trying to change it. And you would think in a narrative film, something like that, that he would learn a lesson, but the film teaches a different lesson that maybe we should be more like the 1890s.
Right. He's like, how come all these blacks are walking around?
Exactly. So that's one place they didn't go in this. Which
nobody isolate that.
No. But that's the basic vibe. Yeah, like women are allowed to talk and all different things.
You mean they have the vote?
I don't think he found out about that in this, but yeah. So I'll be talking about that. It's weird. It's a good film as long as you can compartmentalize.
Yeah, as long as you're not a filthy suffragette.
Yes, exactly. So it's interesting. So I figured that might be interesting.
I love Richard Reel. He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's great in it. So I think that's why I got it, because I had seen that he was in it. So I was like, and it's time travel.
I want to say that he was in Quantum Leap, but I don't think he was.
It feels like he would be.
Like you want him to be.
Do I look like God? What was his name?
Bruce McGill.
Bruce McGill. Do I look like Bruce McGill from MacGyver, maybe?
Yeah. You look like Bruce McGill a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not
Bruce
just
McGill got the ladies, if you remember.
You're not just a bartender. That's true.
I need to go to the bar tonight for real.
I own the place too.
Oh, and my name's Al. That's perfect.
Weird Ernie.
Weird Ernie. I am Weird Ernie. All right, Weird Ernie. And who are you again, Chris?
I am William Daniels.
William Daniels and Weird Ernie. We're back talking about Treksploration. We're talking about Star Trek in Operation Annihilate, Season 1, Episode 29 of the original series.
Yes, and
what else is on the list, my friend?
Well, episode crush. I mean, well, before we do, are there any other aspects of this episode that we've discussed that we haven't discussed?
Yes.
I mean, we were talking about Sam a lot. We were talking about sort of the juxtaposition of what New Trek does with this, but I guess with final thoughts, we can talk about where we think this stands in like the overall. But they always say that season 1 was one of the strongest seasons of the original series.
I agree.
Do you think this is a harbinger of some of the decline that happens in season 2 and 3?
Quite possibly.
What I found kind of odd about this was that it wasn't written by like DC or David or any of the other ones that these are two names that I don't know that ever were on Star Trek before or after this episode. The writer was again Stephen W. Karabatos and directed by Hersh. It looks like you've been eating butter sauce.
you got butter sauce. You got a little bit of butter sauce over there.
I need some butter sauce for my lobster.
And Herschel, what I understand, it's an adapted story.
That I'm not sure about.
From him, and I think in the sci-fi special edition of this episode, Shatner's talking about how it was a different story, and it was more along the lines of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It was a little bit Body Snatcher to me. That's again where the Borg thing, like the implication of like a Borg-like entity. Are you okay, man?
Ridiculous.
We're trying to discuss this like seriously. We just can't take each other seriously.
No,
we can't take ourselves seriously.
It's ridiculous.
I should draw like a mustache on my little bobblehead behind.
Make sure it can come off. Don't use permanent maca.
Permanent maca. But but the thing is, what it's talking about, for all that, like again, these are not like regular Trek contributors,
right? That
we've come to know. But I think that they did a pretty decent job of, like I said, doing some world building for Trek. But what stands out to me most about this, what I didn't like, is that Kirk he's not really Kirk here. He's almost like Obsession Kirk, but he's not. There's not
different.
There's not the depth here to Kirk. Like he's very two-dimensional here. I think that when these guys were writing it, I think they liked Spock better. And they knew that like Kirk, Spock, McCoy triumvirate was sort of the heart of the show. So they tried their best to give the three of them something to do. But McCoy is just dumb. He doesn't stand up for himself at all. He gets
and lackadaisical.
And Kirk is completely he's an asshole in this episode. So it's just like, I get it, but he's worried about his brother, like, so much so that he's giving her like a private comm channel to call. But why doesn't he say something? Jesus Christ, my brother's on that planet. Let's go. It has to come out.
It's like he's keeping it being too brave.
Yeah, but it's like, why are you keeping that close to the vest? And I guess it's for. You would say it might be for purposes. Like for a reveal, but it's not even really a reveal because McCoy says it's so
only like
casually.
a minute later. Yeah.
You know, and you think that that's the first thing. McCoy's like, oh, by the way, isn't your brother on that planet? 17 minutes after they see, what's going on. It's just like, wouldn't that be the first thing that any one of them says? Oh, my God, Jim, your brother's on that planet. So, again, you don't even
everybody from the series knows Sam.
Yeah, but you don't even need Strange New Worlds to flesh that out for you. Yeah. You got to figure that at least Bones and Jim are good enough friends where they would know about some of that stuff. And it's almost an afterthought in the episode. I mean, Kirk loses his brother. There's no material sort of effect that it has on him. He doesn't go off the deep end because with grief, he's not like obsessed with these things. He's more angry at Bones for blinding Spock than he is at these monsters for killing his brother.
And his sister-in-law's dead, and now his nephew's an orphan.
Right, his poor orphan nephew who may or may not have two siblings.
It said it made me feel like different times were different then. Because even when Kirk talks to, what is it, Aurelius? I can't do it.
Aurelian.
He's like, as soon as she wakes up, he's like, Sam's dead, but your son's alive. What? You got to like ease him into it. Yeah, he's just like matter of fact. Like people die back then, I guess, in the future.
People die now too.
Yeah, but you don't just say it.
You just walk it off. That's what you do.
Especially in dramatic television. You don't just offhandedly mention it.
Oh, by the way, your husband's dead. And we're going to kill.
Your son's going to die soon.
And even if he wasn't, I'm going to kill everybody down there soon anyway. So he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just weird. And but Shatner did some good Shatner acting, I think, in this.
Tell me where, because I'm waiting. There was none of the inspiration.
I didn't say good acting. I said good Shatner acting. He was parodying himself.
To me, there is no material difference.
Just his pauses that he took in different places, and I was even repeating a bunch of them because I got in my head. I don't have them right now, but he would just say things, and I found that good. And one thing I saw, because I'd watched a couple behind the scenes stuff, whatever you could find on YouTube, and this was the last episode of season 1, and this is for Shatner and those three. 29 episodes later for Spock, 30 episodes later for Leonard Nimoy. They were all just exhausted. And if you're watching this episode with the understanding that they've been working, for the better part of a year, I'm guessing, to get 36 episodes out, they're just tired. They're done. They don't want to be there, and you can kind of feel it.
Yeah, I think maybe it's a combination of that. I just feel like maybe the writing wasn't there, or maybe the directing wasn't there.
Who directed this one?
Again, Herschel Doherty.
Never saw that name before.
Yeah, me neither. And so, because this one is somewhat iconic. This episode, everybody knows this episode.
Yeah, the flying rubber vomit monster.
It's not like maybe not. They don't know it fondly, but it's not like. I feel like it's got a special place in the pantheon. In the Trek hierarchy, so it's there are far worse episodes, but I think that this one could have been so much better had they done anything with the fact that Kirk's family was on that planet.
I could see some emotion.
I could see Spock not knowing that Jim's, because Spock doesn't tell anybody about his siblings or his parents or anything. Spock's got a secret sister. Spock's got a secret brother. Spock's got a secret dad.
Yeah.
So
if this was done today, Kirk would have been handled the situation totally different. Like, he would have carried the loss. He might have bucked up because he's captain and he's got to be brave. But you would have saw that he was actually being brave. Here, he just looks like he didn't care.
Yeah, and again, I think that's maybe not down to Shatner's choices. I think it's maybe just the way that they directed it. It's like, maybe you're right. Maybe they just needed to get this one in the freaking can.
So they could go on.
And they're just like, okay, good enough. Good enough. Okay, did we do a master? Okay, do a couple of close-ups. Moving on.
But it's not as bad as I think we're making it out to be. I feel like it's got a lot of good in it.
Well, I mean, we like to talk about stuff that bumped us. Until now, I don't think we've been talking about anything. The funny thing is, the thing that bumped me least was the puke monsters. I mean, again, I guess because going in that's what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like maybe did I say up top that that the fact that the way I first was introduced to them, it made no difference, so when there was in high def, they just looked as bad as they did, maybe just a little less convincing. I don't know. I don't know. I just they're not as egregious, I think, as people make them out to be.
No, and if it's a single cell, what else are you going to do? How is it going to look different,
Yeah.
Than what it looked like in this episode. What I was just thinking about is how many takes did it take for them to get it on Leonard Nimoy's back, just like that? How many times did they have to try?
Did it have some Velcro pads that we didn't see?
It must have had some kind of double-sided tape or something to stick.
What I was curious to know is, you were watching it did you watch it in the original?
Yes, and then of course the Paramount streaming high def.
So I don't know because I saw the Paramount streaming high def, the remastered version. When you watch it on VHS, the original production, on a high def TV, even though it's on a VHS quality, can you see the fishing line?
I did not, and I was looking for it.
All right.
So I just don't think the resolution was there.
So but you got to figure that once they remastered them, maybe that monofilament was all over the place. And maybe
so they might have did some wire removal.
Yeah.
I feel like I have memories of, as a kid, noticing the fishing string.
No, you know what? I think it's just from the way it moves. You can tell where it's attached. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about wire removal and stuff when remastered? Because that's like a thing in The Invisible Man. When they did the 4K version, there's just string everywhere.
Of The Invisible Man, of which
the 1930s one, the black and white.
Yeah,
was it Lon Chaney?
I don't even know. I remember watching that one. It was so good.
Yeah. So they did do some wire removal, I think, in one version, or they didn't do it. I forget, but there was a big controversy.
Well, I mean, it's no more egregious to me than when you watch the Chevy Chase memoirs of Invisible Man, and it was all
have that.
It was some of the first CGI stuff. Not the first, but it was one of the movies that
Daryl Hannah,
really,
right?
Yeah, Daryl Hannah's in it, and they embrace sort of the whole digital art of it. So I mean, there was some neat effects, but it doesn't hold up. But at the same time, it's a neat concept. So you got to think, in the 30s, you weren't going to see this stuff. Then you got with me, everything you got to put in context of its time and for what it's trying to do. With
if they released it back then and had the ability to remove the wires, they probably would have.
I mean, look at stop motion. Look at Jason and the Argonauts, and some of those films with Ray Harryhausen films.
Ray Harryhausen.
I mean, those are amazing, and you can tell that they're claymation. You can tell, but it's like watching Clash of the Titans from the 80s. That still really holds up too, even though it's all claymation and stop motion. It's got a charm to it, and I feel like these vomit monsters have a charm to them.
Yeah, they're not as egregious as I think we give them. We make fun of them about.
But they're fun to make fun of.
Yes, they are. And if you mention the episode and they don't know, somebody doesn't know who it is, and then you say rubber vomit monsters, they know exactly which one it is.
They know, exactly. And if it weren't for the vomit monsters, we wouldn't have all this stash, baby.
So, what do you think about the solution? Because speaking of
Kirk's final solution, where he's going to murder everybody on the planet,
not murdering everybody, but putting the ultraviolet light down through satellites. That's a big difference between the original version on VHS Laserdisc and broadcast versus the remastered. Is the remastered, you don't see satellites deploying and beaming stuff down. It's just implied. It's on the view screen far away.
No, I like that actually. In the remastered, when they show them dropping out of the Bombay doors, open the Bombay doors.
Dr. Bombay.
Yeah, Dr. Bombay.
That's what I look like, Dr. Bombay.
You do. What's his name from It's a Mad World?
I love that. I have that on
the British guy,
Laserdisc,
the British guy who kicks a
VHS, widescreen VHS. What is the British guy's name? Was that Dr. Bombay?
He's got one name. He's got a single name. Now I have to look it up.
Please look it up, because I know if you know down below, type it in, please.
Right. See if you can beat me to it.
Oh, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He's got like this slightly fake British accent.
No, it's a real British accent. He's got like the worst teeth and
yes, and he's in like everything. Bewitched, definitely.
Here he comes. Terry Thomas.
Terry Thomas. Didn't know it by name.
I believe that was his name. Here.
Let me see. Yes, that's exactly who I'm thinking of. Was he in It's a Mad?
Yeah, he was the British dude in a Mad World.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, so I've only watched it twice, but it was really good. I have a huge Laserdisc box set, and that's the last time I watched it. Yeah, that's him.
So very cool.
Again, the gay icon kind of stash. I think I could do a Freddie Mercury costume like this.
Put a big gap in your teeth, and you got it.
Yeah, maybe that'd be a good idea. I want to do so many things. Definitely go to a bar, and then go to a church, and then go to a church bar.
Listen, the night's young, man. It's only 12:30. I mean, people just getting started. So
yeah, I mean, when it gets close to 2 a.m., that's when the desperate people.
That's when it really kicks in. So I mean, you got
to make a hard decision.
Your timing is perfect.
Yeah, you got to make that decision. Nobody or one of these people. And I could be one of those people.
I feel like you'd be the guy at the bar with a highball and a bologna and cheese hero.
That sounds amazing. I haven't been to a bar in decades. I remember going to a bar. It was called Mugs and Jugs. The only reason I went there is as long as you ordered, it was kind of like a Hooters ripoff. Yeah. But yeah, as long as you had the beer, you could get free tacos. As many as you want, all you can eat tacos. So my fat guy went in, ordered one beer, diet soda, and just ate tacos every day after work for like an hour. That was my entire diet.
Jesus, that can't last.
I would drink one Bud Light, but it was good. But they were $1 drafts, so for $1 and a diet soda, I got lunch every day.
$1 and a dream.
Yeah. $1 and a dream. So, ladies, what do you think? I'm willing to look like this if you need me to.
I'm telling you. Well, we got to hear from the people down below. Like, what do they think of our?
Please comment down below at how horrible on a scale of 1 to 10 this is.
My neck is better than I remember.
You got a nice face, Chris.
10 would be
a very nice face.
I'm glad to be back. It's so nice to be back.
You're almost back.
Almost back. Back enough. I can see my chin again. That's nice.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah.
What else do we got?
You know what?
Talk about everything.
You know what didn't bump me?
What?
Ensign Zara.
Yes. Was that her name? I had a hard time finding her name in the closed caption.
Yeoman Zara.
Zara? See, I thought I heard Helen, but it wasn't in the closed captioning. Zara.
No, Zara. I looked that up because I've looked up this woman before because I saw it and I said, "Oh my God, that girl is so beautiful. Let me see who that is."
I was like, was Nichelle off that day? Why isn't she with the landing party? But I guess her and Kirk are fighting.
I guess
her and Kirk are fighting.
So I looked it up. So she's like a one-name actress. Her name is Marushka.
Ooh.
And
Marushka Hargitay.
Marushka. I'm going to look up, see what else she was in.
Sharabushka.
But it was nice to see, again, like, there's something that they just would do casually. It's like people of different ethnicity, people of color. I love there was, on the bridge,
a good mix of everybody.
As a helmsman, they had like an Indian woman. I forgot her name. Just because it was Trek, and it's just like everybody's represented. And
credit to Gene. I mean, he was like, let's make this ship look like the real world. I love it. It was funny because when I had first rewatched this recently, this past week, I was like worried because I was like, oh no, like 2 red shirts and a red skirt are going down with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy or whatever.
Her name is Marushka Tagliaferro, a former actress who played Yeoman Zara in the Star Trek The Original Series first season episode Operation Annihilate, only credited as Marushka.
She did wonderful. She only had one line, I think, but it was good.
She had a couple, I think, but it was just nice to see,
somebody different.
I
was worried for her, and I was worried for the red shirt.
There we go. Tumblr has an article, the distractingly attractive yeoman from Star Trek The Original Series.
Okay, good to know.
So I'm not the only one.
So would that be your episode crush?
Oh, 100%.
Samesies. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
One thing I noticed about her is her boots. They didn't really look like Star Trek Starfleet boots. It just looked like somebody grabbed a pair of black heel boots.
I wasn't looking at her boots, man.
Third or fourth time I started looking, I'll say.
I'm gonna be lewd.
Yeah, well, it's the mustaches. It makes us. It makes us
Lotharios, really.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not my fault. It's the mustache.
Bruce McGill,
right?
I bet you if I went to the nursing home right now,
what if I did this? Like if I met Marushka, I'd do this. I think that she wouldn't have a choice.
It's never too late.
She would just fall over. She might be dead. I don't know. Let's see if this.
Yeah, we all might be dead.
That's true. We might be in a simulation.
Yeah, we haven't seen the last episode yet. We don't know.
I don't know if she's got a sell-by date.
While you're looking that up, Leonard Nimoy. I loved his dealing with the pain, being a Vulcan, and having a little bit of humanity in him being not ideal, because he would go along and he would definitely have this I have a migraine but I'm not going to let it stop my day acting, but then every once in a while he'd go I thought it was perfect.
Or from 1990. Wait, I'm still on Marushka. I'm sorry. Yeah,
okay,
Leonard,
no problem.
Yeah, Leonard's great in Star Trek. We all know it.
Yeah, he's great.
From 1999 until as recent as 2019, Mother Marushka Tagliaferro has been the principal officer of the religious nonprofit organization Carmels of Gethsemane, located in Los Angeles. Gethsemane was the garden where Jesus had his final meeting with his disciples before Judas sold him out.
John, Paul, George, Ringo.
And it was the Gethsemane was the octopus's garden.
Yes, under the sea.
So,
yeah.
If you listen to the Peter Gabriel's soundtrack for Last Temptation of Christ, the song Gethsemane is one of the best ones on there.
Okay, I'll check it out.
So, yeah, it's a great
Love
soundtrack.
Peter Gabriel.
Great soundtrack.
Cool. Speaking of a great soundtrack, this movie, the score is amazing. It really is. The score, if you listen to it.
With Richard Reilly?
Yeah, Richard Reilly. He's great.
Richard Reilly?
I was like, Captain Stubing. So favorite part of Operation Annihilate?
Wait, you didn't give me your episode crush.
Oh, obviously, same as you. Same.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, she was distractingly beautiful.
Yes, yeah. Very, very, very pretty lady.
Yes, very pretty lady.
What is your favorite part of the episode, Albie?
It has to be when Spock is trying to act not blind, when he's obviously blind, and he walks into the table. For some reason, that sticks in my head. And where was he going? Was he just gonna? He's in a starship. Is he just gonna keep walking straight?
He's gonna walk into a wall. That's another thing that actually bumped me. It was effective in the moment, especially when I was a kid. I was like, oh my god! But it's like, upon reflection, it's so stupid.
Yeah, he would be like, however, I'm quite blind, and then he'd start holding on to his friends, maybe.
Right? Yeah. Why is he walking like
walk straight? Like, okay, I'm going to walk to the bridge from sick bay.
Nobody needs to know.
Chamber.
Again, this 1960s.
The table.
All right, I might be blind, but I'm going to walk it off. Let's just go to work, and everything will be fine.
He was walking it off. I don't know. That part sticks out. Of course, the moaning. I might make that one of my ringtones because I got Sally on there right now. Yeah. Oh, and the funny part, I think, another funny part I didn't mention was when I did watch it with closed captioning, all the alien noises, it just says sucking sounds, sucking noises.
But it is like
sounds. Yeah, it kind of is. And I never thought of that.
It's like somebody
thought it was like mouse squeaking.
There was a Foley artist. There was a Foley artist sucking on his teeth.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what it was.
So I can do that.
I got to cover my vents.
That's my best Star Trek impression right there.
That was pretty good. That's the short. That's the short we pull.
That's your ringtone.
You squeaking and me looking like this. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Favorite part, we got episode crush. We got.
I didn't do my favorite part.
Okay, what was your favorite part, sir?
My favorite part of the episode is how Kirk completely didn't care that his brother was dead.
It was weird, right? Maybe because it was him.
Right.
Maybe he was just upset that he had to play himself.
Yeah, no.
I don't.
This is funny. I don't know if I have. No, my favorite part is when Scotty waxes nostalgic about his past with the miners. You know, miners.
Scotty, what about? That's what I look like, a 49er who fell down a well. That was a good part where Scotty stops Spock from going down to the planet. That was interesting. I think that's one of the few Scotty and Spock scenes that we ever get.
Oh yeah, I kind of I glossed right over that, but he's got the phaser on him, and he's like, "Not so fast, asshole."
Yeah.
So that was pretty
knows
cool.
What's going on? He knows that people are like possessed and stuff.
Body snatching.
Yeah,
telling you, pod people from the planet Denver.
Scotty was always tough in a badass sort of way. Like, I wish they'd done more with Scotty. He gets a couple episodes here and there, but
the episodes he get they're not great. I mean, Wolf in the Fold, come on.
Which might be on one of our upcoming shows. Because we're starting that soon, aren't we? Our random best and worst of Star Trek?
Yeah. Yeah, we still have to pick our best and worst from every series except TOS. And then once we get those out of the way, once we get those shows in the can, then we'll start our episode reviews proper. It was a lot of fun doing the best and worst of TOS. So it's good. That was the easiest one for me, quite frankly. Because I've seen these all so many times. So I'm going to have to just find lists online of
that's probably what we'll do.
And then we'll just hash them out together. But I'm going to count on you for all of for TNG and Voyager.
Yeah, I've seen it all many times.
Yeah, so
Disco is my fewest watch throughs, 3 times each episode probably.
What's the 47? What's the 47?
No 47 yet. That was invented after.
Oh, no, there were 47 vomit monsters on the archway and on the wall.
Yes,
you didn't count them?
That was weird. That was weird direction and blocking too, because all the creatures are facing us, the camera, the audience, and they're kind of going towards it and firing at it, and they swing under from that to them. It's just clunky.
I know, I like
that.
But
it works for television.
I thought it worked pretty well, actually. Again, it could have been so much worse. I think for what they had, they made it work pretty good.
It felt weird that they were hiding out in the Brady Bunch living room, though, didn't it?
Well, somebody has to.
I guess.
All that mid-century modern architecture cannot go to waste, my friend.
Yeah, I like, if I ever go out by UCLA, I want to see if those buildings are still there.
They had spiral sculptures and stuff. It was
really
like
cool. A futuristic display part of UCLA at the time. I think is why they went with it.
Well, I like that's another one of my favorite parts was the location that they chose for the film.
It was interesting seeing them go on location, because usually it's like the planet set and I guess the backlot, right? And this wasn't either, so it was different.
And that's the funny thing. You'd think in an episode this late in the season that it would just be a complete bottle episode, because they don't got any money left, they don't got any time left, they're scouting a location and going on location. I wonder when this one was shot. I think this one was shot before. If you look at the production order, this one comes before the one before it, I believe.
City on the Edge of Forever?
Maybe, yeah. Anyway.
See, then that negates my theory, because they didn't look tired in that episode.
Maybe, you rise to the level of your material.
That's true. That's true. Maybe they just read this and said, this piece of crap, and we're just going to phone it in.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
Somebody slap a fake mustache on me.
What was your favorite part?
I told you.
You did?
Scotty waxing nostalgic.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No 47. You got to ask me a trivia question.
Okay, how did you feel about Bones and just not giving a crap the whole episode?
I think he gave a crap. What do you mean by that?
Like, he goes down there with the landing party, and they go in Sam's house or apartment or whatever, and everybody's dead, and he's just like looking at him, going, "Well, I don't know. We should be from aboard, Jim, but I think they're all dead. What do we do? I don't know. They're dead."
He's a dispassionate doctor. Again.
Yeah, if it was Beverly, she would be like, "Emergency beam out. We got to get these people to sick bay or something." He's just like, "I don't know."
Yeah, I can speak to this. Some of that goes into some of my final thoughts. So
Okay. I got you for 3 questions, Chris.
I so rarely get to do the trivia anymore. I've been reading it to all of our guests. So,
and you still might have to hold on.
I insist.
In the Voyager episode, Unimatrix Zero Part 2, which crew member knew Axum previously?
I gotta say,
Axum previously.
7. It's got to be 7.
Unimatrix.
Hanukkah?
Yeah, you're correct.
That's one of the few that I remember.
You're correct.
All right,
okay.
1 for 1.
1 for 1. I got you 3 questions. You answered 1 correctly. Play along at home. Type in your answers. How many did you get out of the 3? Let us know.
Let us know.
Okay. In the motion picture, Nemesis. Why is Shinzon fascinated with Counselor Troy? I know why. He saw that episode of her in the nightgown.
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah.
That's the only reason I would think.
I'm going to say because she has the empathic ability in a nightgown. I don't know. Because she's the goddess of empathy.
She is the goddess of empathy.
That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
I am the goddess of empathy. So your final answer is
because she's the goddess of empathy.
Okay. Actually, it's because of the same reason Charlie X. She is the first human female he has seen.
She's not human.
These cards are crap.
Isn't Deanna? Is she half human?
She's Beta Z. Oh, she's half human.
Right. Okay. So,
yeah.
Got it.
All right. Got you for 3 questions.
All right. I think
you got 1 right. Okay, I'm going to try to get this 3rd one. Captain John Christopher serves in what branch of the military in the original
Tomorrow is Yesterday
series episode Tomorrow is Yesterday?
He is in the Air Force.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, I got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
To quote Meatloaf.
2 out of 3. He was a bus driver in Spice World. Did you know that? Do you ever watch Spice World?
Mm-mm.
So if you're going to have a moldy meatloaf Monday, then you watch Spice World and Rocky Horror Picture Show back to back while you eat meatloaf.
Okay.
Then if you're feeling froggy at the end of the night, you watch Fight Club.
All right.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
All good to know. It's time for your Trek and Tell, sir.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this is calling the Beagle or not, but I do have a Trek and Tell right here. But before I do that, I have a mustache and mull over. I looked around my house, and I have a mustache phobia. So I'm trying to think, do I have anything mustache related for Trek and Tell? And you know how Rennie, everywhere she goes, she gets the T-shirt, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So any band she sees, of course, she gets the band shirt. Now, it doesn't fit her anymore, but she saved this.
A marmalade mustache? What is that?
That's the band. They have the one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
But, they have other great songs, but the one that you might know is Marmalade Mustache in the Sky, Marmalade Mustache, don't know why. You know that one?
Sure.
Yeah. So she got the shirt for Marmalade Mustache, but it's too small for her now. I should have got it. I always try to get her large. So I'm like, you're going to grow into it. It looks like a dress on her when she's young, but she saved it because memories. So that's my mustache and mull over.
Wow.
Do you have a mustache and mull over?
I don't have a mustache and mull over, no, but I do have something tangentially. Do you have another thing to show as an actual Trek and Tell?
I don't know if I've seen this or if I've showed this before. Let me know. We need a ship's historian. We really do. But just wanted to show this. I just saw it and grabbed it on the way out. Is that Star Trek Voyager plate?
Is that the Doctor?
That's the Doctor and his girlfriend. We were talking about it not too long ago. She's a Vidian in a holodeck, and it's Susan Dial.
Oh, that's Beth.
Yeah, that's Beth.
Beth with her mustache.
Beth, I hear you calling.
Oh, please.
Is it me you're looking for?
Are you going to paint like little cat whiskers on your...
I could.
Peter Chris?
Yeah, it's got a certificate of authenticity. Authenticity? So it's not a fake plate, so you can actually put food on it. But they say don't put food on it. It's from Life Signs, Voyager.
All right.
Good episode. Good episode.
There you go.
I highly recommend that episode. Hopefully we get picked at random to do that one. If we do, then I'll just show it again and we'll call the Beagle.
We'll call it. That's it. We'll call and we'll blame McGivers.
Yep, McGivers, because we don't have a ship's historian. Right. We need somebody to keep track of our Trek and Tells and our trivia questions.
She had to get eaten by those set of eels, damn it.
Yeah, well, this is a suggestion. She had to take a swim in a random cave on a random planet.
She had to take like a mineral schwitz.
Yes,
at the bottom.
But that was one of my favorite parts, actually, because I think she was naked and pregnant. Long story.
Yeah. No, I think that's pretty much it.
See, I can talk like that now because I got the mustache.
So my Trek and Tell.
Yes, what's your Trek and Tell, sir?
So I don't know if you know this, but it's apropos of some of the props in this. When I was in college, I was in Stony Brook University's back in 19.
You got to do the eyeglass thing like that.
1989.
College.
I didn't have my college. I didn't have glasses or a mustache then. I grew a beard once back in college, but
interesting.
It was my I don't know if it was my birthday. I don't know what it was.
Happy birthday.
And no, it couldn't have been maybe it was. But I was in a place called Commuter College where I would hang out because I didn't dorm. So I would drive to campus and drive home because, it's local.
What state was this? This was Michigan?
No, this is Long Island. This is right here, Stony Brook University.
Oh, okay. Stony Brook.
And I made good friends there. My friend Jason Nadler and his future wife, Laura Grisafi. Now she's Laura Nadler. And they've been together as long as Laura and I have, maybe a little longer.
Uh-huh.
But Jason had made like a whole thing of fake vomit. And he gave it to me.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to remember what the circumstance was that he gave it to me for. But he made like this fake vomit. It was like made of food and stuff, And it was just like, and I'm looking at it and I'm playing with this fake vomit. And I look up and guess who just walked into the commuter college with a mutual friend?
Who?
Laura.
Aww.
The very first time I saw Laura Vendetti, I was holding fake vomit in my hand. So that's so I was thinking of that, and
it was meant to be.
So I'm gonna just grab something quick.
Sure. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is wearing pants.
My friend Jay is a writer too, and the last couple of years, he's been writing this trilogy of books, and he published his third one recently. So I want to encourage everybody to.
Is that on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. You can get it
at Amazon.com.
Bookstore
can order it from Amazon and upcharge it.
It's called The Books of Alexandria, and it's by J.H. Nadler.
Is this fiction?
And yeah, it's a fiction book. Here, if you guys want to do the QR code, you can
cool
get your copy there. But I just want to thank Jason for giving me the fake vomit, which I had in my hand, which changed my life because,
fake vomit, a love story.
All fake vomit, a love story. So get Jason's books. These are like sort of like fantasy, magic, really cool. I enjoyed reading them.
That's nice. So that's the hardcover.
Yeah, I bought the
hardcover. They have it in that like large form paperback.
The third one he was able to get as a hardcover. They just started offering that as an option on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah. So the library series by Jason Nadler. You can get those on Amazon.com. It's called collectively The Books of Alexandria. So
I'm very fascinated by the Library of Alexandria. I watch a lot on it. Serenity does as well. One of the reasons is Spaceship Earth at Disney World. You go through the Library of Alexandria, and there's this smoky smell because, of course, it's burning. And then I think in the Voyager episode 1159, they're talking about the lighthouse at Alexandria. That always reminds us of the Library of Alexandria. And then I've been watching a lot of those things of the Library of Alexandria, things they were able to save and things that might have been in it. So that's interesting to me. Is that like a time travel or is it just
No, it's more like magic, like fantasy magic, like a magic thriller kind of deal.
Ooh,
it
can a trilogy.
It can be. It's suitable for young adults, but it's not necessarily like a young adult novel. It's about a young woman discovering her own powers. So, and like sort of the trials that she goes through. It's not like she's at a school for wizards or anything, but it's got like a whole family history. There is I don't want to spoil.
You don't spoil anything.
There's an element of things that you guys would like, but it is strictly genre, and everybody who I think likes our show and likes Trek would like that.
Yeah, interested in genre stuff.
So anyway, the Books of Alexandria. J.H. Nadler is the author. Get them on Amazon.com.
Cool. And you've read them?
Yes, yeah, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them.
And you just finished. You just finished Project Hail Mary.
I did just finish Project Hail Mary.
And next up is this. Are we finally going to do it?
We can do Imzadi next.
Okay.
Look, I have it to hand.
Hey, look, we both got the same.
We both got Imzadi.
And why does Shizan of Remus like Deanna? Because look at her.
Because she's a girl. Oh, a Goyle.
She's a girl.
Oh, Linda is on here.
First girl I ever saw. Trying to think of the first
Linda.
girl I ever
Linda
saw.
just. She might have. Maybe I just saw it in the chat, but Linda chimed in. Listen, Linda. Hi, Linda. It's nice to see you.
Where am I missing that?
It's in the chat, and she wrote, "It's better than the scruffy beards. I guess the mustache." And she said, "I tuned in too late. I'll have to rewatch in YouTube." So, sorry, Linda.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda.
Nice to see
It
you,
worked.
Linda.
Our private, secret live stream for members and patrons only.
The I dare you to watch feed.
Yeah, you didn't see what we started out with different mustaches to begin with.
Linda, you're gonna love the progression. Watch
so,
it.
Linda, tell me the truth. If I went to a bar tonight, what are my chances?
Get your magic 8-ball out, Linda.
Outlook not so good. All right. So what do we got to do to finish this thing up, Mr.
We got to do
final
final thoughts and ratings.
Final thoughts and ratings. I'll go first because I like you to wrap it up with intelligent thoughts. I just talk about my random thoughts. Better than I thought it would be going into it. Much less mustache. If you were Terry
Thomas,
maybe.
I don't know who Terry Thomas is.
I don't know.
Is that the one that we were just talking about with the it's a mad, bad world?
Maybe. That sounds familiar.
So cool.
So less mustache than I think we built it up to be about. It was interesting that they used Shatner for Sam Kirk because why? They could have used anybody.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Terry
I want to know.
Terry Thomas.
Cool.
Yeah. if you had Terry Thomas,
maybe if I carry an umbrella with me, didn't he have an umbrella with him all the time? I thought
Terry Thomas Terry Thomas flex.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I'm just curious because I didn't understand what women like, obviously, because I've been alone so long.
You should do like George Costanza, dude.
This is the exact opposite of me.
You're going to get a job with the Yankees soon.
Yeah. Probably exactly that. Yeah, it'd be crazy. I just walk in and women keep looking at me. I don't know. A good episode. I liked the Shatner acting. I liked the Leonard Nimoy. I liked what that was going on. It was interesting to see that deleted scene with. Is that the kid from Hail, Hail, Fire and Snow? It's called The Angels Who Will Go.
And all the kids that they cast in the show look exactly the same. So
yeah, it seemed like that same kid. I don't know if it was, but I think the scene that they did cut was good. But I guess they ran long. Overall. I'm glad we watched it. I'm glad we talked about it. There's not a lot of there. It's pretty much you get bit by vomit and you go blind. What more can you say about it?
Same old story. I mean, it's the oldest story in the world.
That one yeoman, what's her character's name?
Marushka, Yeoman Zara.
Marushka Hargitay. Shadabushka. Yeah, she was very pretty. The acting of Sam Kirk's wife, a little too orgasmic for me. Just in this situation,
Kate
of course.
Swift.
But I'd say out of 5,
Joan Swift.
I'm going to give it 3.75. Clear plastic rods.
Okay.
Acrylic rods.
All right.
It's like they wanted to have an angry mob with like clubs, but they wanted it futuristic, so they were like acrylic. Chris, you final thoughts and ratings for Operation Annihilate.
Operation Acrylic.
Operation Acrylic. Operation Annihilate.
Like, I got the
I can't look at myself in the screen. It's just ridiculous.
Operation Annihilate. What do I think about Operation Annihilate? I've always remembered this one as silly. And I was, like you said, more more surprised at the stuff I did like than taken aback by the stuff I've always known I didn't like. So there was something to be gained by watching this again. It is literally the first time that I have physically noticed that is clearly William Shatner on the floor, only because we're talking about it. So
yeah, without the toupee, I think I'm going to say it.
So, I'd say this: it's not like a great episode of Star Trek, but it has a special place for me just because I remember watching it as a kid and just thinking, even back then, oh wow, this is goofy, but it's cool. But you know, if I had to again take it to task, it's because I think the people that wrote and directed it didn't really know the characters that well. It's just like they knew all the pieces that were supposed to be Star Trek, and they sort of played with them, but they never really knew what made those pieces interact and made them interesting. It's like they were playing checkers with the pieces instead of chess. Does that make sense?
It does. And I feel like it needed another pass, or maybe a different pass on the script, or maybe a different director, or maybe more actor input, because I think by this point, the actors knew their characters, and I think even they knew that maybe these weren't true to their character.
Yeah. So, I
just felt that. It's hard to explain why, though.
Yeah, but for all that, I mean, they did, with the notable exception of Kirk, I think that they did the best with what they had. I think that Shatner just wasn't the greatest in this one, unfortunately, and for that, it's going to knock some points off what is otherwise, I think, it's an okay episode. So, it's not a skip. You don't have to skip it, but it's certainly not a must-see TV. It's got some nice bits, and it's got the pretty lady to look at. So for all of that, I'm going to give it 3.5 inner eyelids out of 5. Okay.
Very good. I thought you were going to go with rubber vomit, but I guess that's too easy.
Yeah, it's a little too. That's a little. Yeah, come on, that's obvious. A little too obvious. And
congratulations on 1,000 members, Linda says.
Thank you, Linda. What are we doing for 2,000? We were talking about that before. You'll have to watch the YouTube channel.
I'll have to figure that out.
You'll have to see.
There are many options. Let's see. I don't know. What is more ridiculous than me having 3 eyebrows?
You can what do you call it? We can do unibrows. Let's try that. We'll
do a unibrow?
Yeah, we'll put some Rogaine here. And we'll just try to go like Neanderthal. What do you think? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know if that's the draw. I mean, we could do shirtless, but you're never new today.
Well, 2,000, that's plenty of time to go to the gym.
There you go. Start working. We both start working out now.
That's
and we
right.
take GLP-1s.
And we're going to get swole.
Get swole. Be like, yep, that could be it. I don't know. 2,000. That'd be nice.
We'll see. Linda, what do you want to see? What do you want to see at 2,000,
yeah, what do you
Linda?
Want?
You let us know. Let us know.
You're a crew.
And everybody else out there, you let us know what you want at 2,000. You like down below. Like, subscribe, share. Share the 1,000th episode celebration with all of your friends. And let them know about Treksploration. There are many ways that you can let them know about Treksploration. Let them know how to support the show. And one of those is right here on the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@Treksploration, where you can like and subscribe. And there's like
ring that bell. It's Albie's only job, so donate well.
Ring that bell. Ring that bell. You can also go to patreon.com/Treksploration. There you'll find different levels of membership. You can also go to any one of the single donation thingies here, PayPal, Zelle. You know I'm getting tired because I can't think what these are called. QR codes.
PayPal, Zelle, QR codes.
Yes. Yeah, QR codes.
And, there's also the QR code for Send Serenity to Space Camp. This ends one of 2 ways. Either we reach our goal or we don't, I guess. What's the other way?
That's
Or it's too late, right? One of the 2. So you got to either wait it out or just, if you don't want us to talk about it anymore, just put us over the top.
Ring that bell. Reach that goal. Everybody send that kiddo to space camp. So yeah, that's
2 weeks. What? 3 weeks? Something like that.
GoFundMe.com/Serenity Space Camp. But it's just easier to just do the QR code on that as well.
QR codes or something.
So, but thank you for everyone who has liked and subscribed and who's found us.
Thank you for getting us to 1,000. You know what this means, Chris? That we will now get cents for every view.
Wow.
I think it's like a third of a penny which they don't even make anymore for each view.
So
we're going to be rolling in the $10 every month. Now that we hit 1,000,
finally,
thank you for that.
That's our ulterior motive.
That's
why we're doing it. That's why we're doing it. We're doing it for the tens of dollars that we might potentially get.
Tens of dollars that we got to split
at the end of this year.
Yeah. But it feels good. It makes me feel better that actually somebody's listening out there.
And keep them with us, because we're going to go back to our random episode reviews, and we're going to
got scouts coming thanks to Linda.
Some scouts are coming because Linda's request. Linda says jump, and we say how high. So we're going to shout it up, baby.
Ship's historian.
So she's like, yay. She's thinking about what we should do for 2000. So, and we're going to be rolling all of that into the premiere of Strange New Worlds, which is probably going to happen around August sometimes. It'll be here before you know
July,
it.
August, something like that.
Yeah, so
we'll know more.
So much more to come here on Treksploration. We're 1,000 in, and we've only just begun. And
we just
love the fact that you guys are here watching with us. Thank you very much. And Albie, do we know what we're doing next? Is it going to be?
We have no clue. I want to say the scouts. I don't know if we go in order. Do we do all of them to catch up? Do we just pick a random one?
We'll do something tricky.
Yeah, maybe a Voyager, maybe a Next Gen. Don't we? What's next on the Next Gen list?
We don't know. Well, we don't. We were going to do the one with the guy and
oh, that one.
The Tin Man or Tin.
Oh, Tin Man. Are we to Tin Man already?
I think we were.
That's season 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
That's 3.
Well, what's the one with the things in orbit around the planet and he can read its mind?
It looks like half of them.
He's got red hair and.
Oh, I think that's Tin Man.
Yeah, I think we were up to Tin Man. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe we're both wrong.
Skin of Evil? We're still doing season 1, I think.
Yeah, I thought that was in season 1.
Was it?
Oh, you got to tell. Who cares? Stop. We got to end this show.
Okay, so thank you, everybody, for Treksploration. I'm Bruce McGill.
And I'm William Daniels.
And we'll see you next time.
Treksploration is a podcast, yeah. Chris and Albie and sometimes John, talking Trek all night and day, making no sense along the way. Published author of the Seeker book, father of Serenity, former cook. The beautiful John Irons is our friend. When we get together, it never ends. Original series and Next Gen. Captain Archer is our friend. Albie loves Voyager in DS9. Archer is our friend. Chris watches Enterprise all the time. Archer is our friend. New episodes, they come and go. All Star Trek is our favorite show. We get guests we can't afford. If you are new, then welcome aboard. It's Albie's only job, so donate well. Like and subscribe and ring that bell. Original series and Next Gen. Captain Archer is our friend. Albie loves Voyager in DS9. Archer is our friend. Chris watches Enterprise all the time. Archer is our friend. New episodes, they come and go. All Star Trek is our favorite show. Yes, we can't afford. If you are new, then welcome aboard. It's Albie's only job, so donate well. Like and subscribe and ring that bell.
Treksploration is a podcast, yeah. Chris and Albie and sometimes John, talking Trek all night and day, making no sense along the way. Published author of the Seeker book, father of Serenity, former cook. The beautiful John Irons is our friend. When we get together, it never ends. Original series and Next Gen. Captain Archer is our friend. Albie loves Voyager and DS9. Chris watches Enterprise all the time. New episodes, they